Oh, mute it. Can I hear you?
There we go. My bad. So I was talking the whole time, and my mic wasn't even. It was on my studio mic. It was on my studio mic, but not my Yeti mic. So there we go. Now we're back. We're rocking. We're rolling. Welcome back to Max Mind. Sorry. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. It used to be Max Mind. We rebranded that. We went from where we used to be with Max Mind, and we decided to turn it up a little bit and start something new. So this is Let's Talk About It with your boys, Big Brother Mac and David the Monkey. So welcome back. Welcome back.
Everybody.
It's been a long time. It has been a long time.
Hey, that's how we start things in old good ways.
Right.
Technical difficulties.
Right, that's exactly what I was just thinking too. I was thinking that we literally are like super pumped. We've been like prepping this, and as soon as we go live, like I forget to switch my microphone over from the Scarlet interface to the Blue Yeti. So that's fun. What a way to get it. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about preparation, huh? Let's talk about maybe making sure everything is good to go before we're actually going.
Hey, in life, if some things are good, you don't break it, you don't change it.
Yeah.
This is a good thing for us.
Yeah.
The universe is saying, hey, go back in the old ways a little bit.
Right. Oh man, it's been a while. It has been a while.
Yeah.
We're super excited to be back. We really enjoyed doing Max Mind. Oh yeah, David. Yeah, the only reason David was a little bit echoey is because I'm not using the headphones. But what I can do, what I'll just end up doing actually is I'm going to go ahead and turn the speakers off, and it'll take you out from being echoey. So we'll put the headphones on. That's what I was testing out. It's hard to test this stuff out beforehand. So let me pop these on.
Especially when your co-host is pumped out and dead to the world, and you're blowing them up. Like, come on, man, wake up.
All right, let's try this. Boom. Boom. All right, there we go.
Speaking about
That should be better.
To the universe. Oh yeah,
Yep.
I don't hear no echo.
Nope. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be
Speaking
better
about
now.
that talking to the universe topic, bro. Lately, I don't know why, but like the number sequence. I don't know if you believe in numbers or anything like that. That's one thing that's been really like shining out to me.
Gematria. I think it's gematria is like the proper term for like numerology, right? Numerology.
Something like that, yeah. One of my old NCOs, his wife was like super into like numbers, and every time numbers will come hit me, yo, what does this mean? And like there, at one point there was like a bunch of different numbers that was hitting me, but there was this one sequence of numbers that would always hit me.
Yeah.
And even now, I don't know. I don't know if the universe is speaking to me and saying something, but it's like the number sequence of 413, 314, like all of those three basic.
So they're not. So they're separate. So they're not like 444 or 777. It's like it's specific to 314, but then it like gets mixed matched. Is that what you're saying? Is that it's
413.
413. Okay.
And here's the craziness about that, right? Where I grew up at, Springfield, Massachusetts, the area code is 413. So it's like
You've been talking about wanting to move back to Mass though, haven't you? Like, or
I mean, I have, but it's like
it's right across the road from where you're at, right? Isn't where you're at like on the border of Connecticut and Massachusetts?
yeah, it's like literally a 20-30 minute drive, and I'm in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I'm back visiting family and old people, but it's where I'm at versus where home is really not much of a difference. So it's like I got a little bit of home everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, everywhere you go, you make it home for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think that's something we learned in the military, though, is that you could literally sleep anywhere, right? So you're able to literally just find anywhere to sleep. I would fall asleep in the Strikers, just like because the strike. I mean, being tall in a Striker, the M1126, it's this big old armored troop carrier, right? The ICV infantry carrier vehicle. and you have 4 seats on each side, and they're facing each other. So when that ramp drops down, you get in, and you're not. And they have seatbelts, and I find it so funny because you never wear a seatbelt. Like and because when they think about it, like when I was getting introduced to them at my second duty station in Schofield Barracks, Hawaii, 127 Infantry, they were like. Yeah, I see these seatbelts. Don't worry about them. We're not going to use them. It's more of a fire hazard anyway. It is. It's more of a fire because you have to think about it. Look, if the truck catches fire and your kid is stuck on that seatbelt and you're trying to get out of there. I mean, they did have seatbelt cutters on all of the seatbelts and everything. So yeah.
That's ironic. It's a fire hazard, but they come equipped with seatbelt cutters.
Yeah. No, they really do. But yeah, no, they thought it was a joke to put me as the gunner because me being 6'4", the seat is so tight in the truck that RWC is remote weapons control, right? Like you have your FBCB2 in front of you. You have your screener, you're rocking the striker, but I had to straddle the control system when I sat in there because my knees were when I sit down, my knees are pressed right into the FBCB2 monitor, so I had to kick a left leg out and bend the right leg in a little bit just so I could sit comfortably on that seat. Yeah.
Throw some sling in that seating.
Yeah. No, that was crazy. Yeah, I think.
It's crazy because when I was in Fort Carson, I had this NCO. He was giving us field training. Dude, I was in the back of the LMTV trying to save my life from sleeping.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what position. I think I was telling you about this. Hold on 1 second.
I wish we had that thing you could press that says we'll return shortly, and it covers the screen and it says be right back or something. It has the elevator music on it and everything.
We have to customize it to the shortcut screen from SpongeBob. 20 minutes later.
Yeah, 20 minutes later. Oh man, that's funny.
I'm in a field mission. I'm in Fort Carson. And, I'll never forget this. My NCO, Sergeant Prieto, this dude had me rolling because it is fucking summer and it's hot. We're at the field. We're waiting for flights to come in because I was a fueler. And we were setting up a hot point.
Right.
Bro, it didn't matter if I was sitting down, standing up, hanging off the fucking bars on the inside cover of the LMTV, or even in front lean and rest position. And for non-military people, that's push-up position.
Yeah, that's right before you do the push-up when you're on there, but you haven't done the push-up. You're just in the front leaning rest. You just,
And like we always was told, you're not pushing up, you're pushing the world down.
Yeah, that's really what it, well, they want China to hear you knocking with those push-ups, basically. You know what I mean?
For real. But it didn't matter what position I was still falling asleep. This dude did not know what to have me do.
That's all you do is sleep. That's all you do is sleep, though.
When that sleep won't come in, it's serious.
Yeah.
Lord knows you spent enough years not sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. So when you were in the military, so I have just a question for you because I've seen a lot of documentaries, a lot of things that talked about how that UFO sightings are more common around military bases than they are anything else. What's your thought? I want to know your thoughts on UFOs and stuff because I know that's. I don't know if anyone else has heard the news or not, but there's been a bunch of UFO documents released today. And so we're going to go over those. I've learned this thanks to the lovely Miss Max. She showed me how to do screen share on this because I guess I'm not that technologically advanced when it comes to these types of things, even though I'm in my studio all the time. But we're going to pull these UFO. We're going to go over some of them. I want you guys to tell us. I want everyone to put their thoughts in the comments on what they think. And you guys want to stick around for this show, all right? Real quick, and then David, I want to get to your thoughts. Trust me, I do. Give me a sec. But what I want to do, because I want to tell you that this show is different than usual, okay? Because now that we have the screen share method, all of the Am I the A-hole Reddit stories that we're going to read, you're going to be able to read along instead of just hearing what we're saying. You'll be able to just follow along and read. And then also, we're going to go over some UFO documents that were just freshly released today. And I'd love everyone's comments on that. And then also, we have a really funny body cam video to watch, and we're gonna all react to as well. So I hope y'all are ready. This is gonna be a different kind of show than it's normally been. So this is gonna be awesome. So David, tell me, what do you think about UFOs? And y'all in the comments too, tell me what you think of UFOs. I want y'all to chime in, because we'll read you guys on there. I see my cousin Ashton's on Facebook. What's going on, Ashton? Shout out to my little cuz out there doing fracking. Little fracking man, getting that oil up.
Honestly, the UFO topic is like life. It's adapting. You know, when I was a kid, as a kid, you know, we think, oh, you know, that stuff would be cool to see, yada yada, but it's not true.
Right.
And obviously, as time goes on, and the facts of like real life events and all that stuff happening, I still dig around and try to find some truth out in life. But
yeah.
I want to ride, I want to feel how fast those things go. I want to ride.
you want to do upward propulsion, and you want because you got to think about it. Like there's whenever you go to like train to do like jet training or stuff like that. If you want to go be a pilot for a jet, you got to go through G-force training. And like that training involves you going really fast to see if you can handle it because of some situations. So if you think about it, the fastest we've gone, I believe, is Mach 1 with a person in the vehicle in the aircraft.
Yeah.
The way that these things move, and we've all seen videos, like skeptic or not, be skeptic or don't be a skeptic, however you want to do it. Like that, at the end of the day, one of the things that we all talk about are the UFOs. That they are there, whether they are aliens or whether they are future us. Coming back to try to warn us of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's been a topic of conversation. And then for others who are, in the religious parts of it, it's more like it could be angels or demons. It could be, we don't know, because the human understanding is when something is that high up in the sky, going that fast, how did it just turn on a dime and turn around? Like a car can't even do that. You know what I mean? It's just it's crazy. So tell us y'all's thoughts in the comments. What do y'all think about these UFOs? We're gonna go over their documents here in a second.
That concept, how you just said it, it could be us and from the future coming back.
Yeah.
That's a crazy possibility. Like that goes along the lines of like really deep searching into that thought, because there's a lot of stuff that can, like, all right, for example, the creators of The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's just weird. That's weird.
No public record of an image of what these guys look like. And I'm just using that for an example, let alone everything else that The Simpsons
The Simpsons
came through.
Yeah, The Simpsons been predicting things for a long time, and it gets crazier and crazier. You know what I mean?
If you want to know what's going to happen next year in life, just look at an episode of The Simpsons. You'll figure it out.
You don't know what order it's in, but it'll show up for sure. So
right.
Yeah, I believe in them. I believe there's something that we don't understand, definitely, for sure. I mean, and for some people that think, well, you can't believe in aliens if you believe in God. Well, last I checked, I can believe in what I want, and I'm going to believe in what I want. And I believe there is a God that creates everything, the heavens and the earth. You don't think there's things in between the heavens and the earth? You don't think that some of these things are celestial beings that are here, put on this planet, like put here? And so there's other talks about saying that like they're not even from outer space; they're from in the water, like under, like in, like they've a lot of these pilots have reported seeing these aircrafts, these UAPs go into the water, and it makes sense because we've only discovered what percentage of the ocean? Not even 10%.
Nope. Actually, as of like 4 years ago, Elon Musk funded a underwater expedition where they had to emergency, whatever that word is, because I can't say it, it's not rolling off my tongue right. They had to evacuate and turn around and stop it. There they found what looks like a ocean underneath an ocean, if that makes sense. They found like 93 different species that's inhabitable in their ecosystem underneath like all of like miles of water, and it's crazy because there's a whole ecosystem of life that was undiscovered. And it's just it really opens up that tip of information, like, yo, what else could be there? What else is there?
It says here that approximately 5% of the world's ocean has been explored and mapped in detail, leaving over 95% largely unknown, while 28.7% of the seafloor has been mapped with high-resolution modern sonar technology. So yeah, that sonar technology is, as they're on the surface, they send a sonar down, and then it goes down, and then when it bounces back, when it pings back, that's how they can tell how deep it is, right? But we haven't actually been physically down that way, and and when you get to that depth too, like when some of those I don't even know what they're called, but they're like little submarines or unmanned submarines. They're like taking videos. It's so dark you can't see. It doesn't matter because there's no matter what, you only see a foot in front of you. Like that's it. So you know what I mean? So like we really don't know what's down there. But I mean, at this point, who knows? At this point, who knows? Like it could literally be anything. You know what I mean?
Right. The world is a confusing thing. Like for example, if the center of our core, right? Growing up, it's always explained to us that the center of our core is so hot and low to magma and all that.
Yeah.
That why is it that when it comes and it's like, you know, when you're popping a pimple, it comes out. Why it goes cold massively fast.
Right.
It dries off.
Right.
You know, like that strikes questions like how is our world able to do this? We got like pretty much a sun encased into the core of our planet.
Yeah.
So then as soon as it comes out, it's not instantly like getting charcoaled or anything, but like
right.
Within minutes, it's getting cold enough to where it becomes charcoal. It becomes everything that's not what it's induced in our core.
There's so many there's so many things that we haven't discovered in this world, like things that just don't make sense, you know what I mean, that we just can't comprehend with our human brains. You know what I mean? We understand a lot, and we really understand a lot, but we keep learning. Because tell me this, and me and my fiance talked about this just the other day, but we've only been a civilization, like we've only like kind of had like from like the cowboy days, like 200 300 years since like that we really like all started like having community values and stuff like that. And we could talk about America more so than less, because it's like we had our communities, we had our tribes, stuff like that. But how is it that suddenly out of nowhere, suddenly there's a light bulb? Suddenly there's like, how did we figure how to conduct electricity? How did we figure, when all we were doing still was just surviving? How did we suddenly figure that we were going to go and figure out how to conduct electricity and keep it running? Like right now, how is all of our lights on right now? You know what I mean? Like something had to have happened, because you can't just tell me some dude was born and raised and somehow he just figured this out. There had to be some kind of intervention of some sort for discovery of electricity and how it's conducted or how it's preserved, how to preserve electricity, like generators, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that, I refuse to think that somebody was flying a kite with a metal key on it and magically invented light and electricity to create, concurrent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. It's got to be more in depth than that.
There has to be.
I refuse to believe a kite provides the world with electricity and light. No.
Well, to think that like that's where it all started. So if you had, and I'm not knocking our forefathers, if this is what happened, then cool. But I just don't understand. I guess you had a key attached to a kite and you're flying it in a storm, and lightning struck. But how did it preserve the electricity from it? Like, or how did we understand that?
How did you not get shocked up? Because last time I checked, for us not to get electrocuted, shocked, anything, we gotta have some sense of groundment to the ground, right? We gotta ground.
Yeah, you gotta be grounded. Yeah.
Where was his groundment? He wasn't grounded.
Unless he was barefoot. That might be the thing. He might have been barefoot, because there's. This sounds ridiculous, but when you're barefoot and you're touching the ground, like the chances of you getting shocked by lightning are significantly less because you're grounded with the earth. I know we're flipping topics, but I was watching a video a while back about when somebody was asking one of the smartest people in the world, where do you think us as humans went wrong, where we maybe should have made shoes.
Yep. The shoes, anything for the human feet was the worst thing for mankind,
because it took away our connection.
To the
yes, exactly. Let me pull this up. Meaning
I
behind.
remember when we had talked about that. I did a little bit of more inside depth because that was actually very interesting. Um, Dogs, cats, like any animal that's kind of like, especially a stray animal, they
Yeah.
have a better intuition about naturalness out of the world than we do. That's why birds, animals, they can detect and they can feel out natural disasters like weather
Yeah.
elements that are changing.
Yeah.
Um, like if there's like a storm or something coming, dogs will be
Animals
looking
know.
outside.
Animals
Animals will be
know.
looking outside.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos of like there'd be like a thing at CCTV. It is before a pretty big earthquake hit. Like the streets were empty. It was dark. It was really late at night, and then this dog, one of the like one of the stray dogs, is running around, and then he stops, and then he like looks scared for a second. He starts howling, and then he just bolts out of the way, and then within like a minute of that, then everything started shaking. Like I think it was in Haiti or something, because all the buildings were shaking really bad, and like glass was breaking, and like the cars on the ground were bouncing. Like so, the dog knew, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you couldn't hear anything else, so you don't think that something else in the video would have alerted the dog. And there's been multiple videos, not just that one video. There's so many videos you can find of this happening. Unfortunately, AI is making things almost hard to believe anymore these days, unless you're really paying attention to it. AI has
Yeah.
their slip ups and all that, and I'm not honestly a big fan of AI because
Yeah,
it takes.
that definitely makes the inner lie of people come out more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and you know my biggest beef with AI, it's not necessarily that I think that in our lifetime we would end up being the next in the Terminator sort of area where we have robots attacking us and stuff like that. That could be a lot longer. But my thing is that it takes away the brain's ability to research something on its own, comprehend it, and adapt it. And then for people in my line of business, AI lyrics, AI stuff like that. Like it's just I don't agree with having a computer write your music for you. You know what I mean? Because that takes away. You can literally say, "Write me a song about this, that, and the third," and it'll produce a whole song with 16 bars and a really good hook. But it's not authentic because it's not you.
Yeah,
And you can hear it. You can hear it.
It's
That's a ghost writer. You know what I mean? That's the ghost's ghost writer. That's the whole. That's not. It's not. It just sounds generic. It's generic, man.
And on top of it, not only that, you gotta pay like $5 for that to be released, and if you recite it on social media without that purchase going through, you can actually almost get instantly sent a fucking status in your mail, or it gets linked and blocked because you're reciting something that wasn't authorized to be released.
Right. Exactly. All right.
That's just the whole that you're taking away the mental mind of somebody. You're taking away
It does.
creativity.
It makes everything so easy that humans become stupid. I mean, we're already pretty stupid, let's be honest, as humans. But it makes us even more. It regresses. Instead of progressing us, it may seem like progression because now you have your computer telling you how to do things, but it's regressing you as a human because now you're not doing what we had to do. I mean, we're already lazier than we were before. Back in the day, in Red Dead, like we like to play, if Red Dead Redemption, like in the 1800s, like you had to hunt for your own food. You had to make sure that roof was stayed over your head. You had to do. There was no guy you could call. There was no, you know what I mean. You couldn't just. They had markets and stuff, but you ain't got no crib. There was. There wasn't a Kroger you could just roll up in and go buy the stuff you want to eat for dinner. You had to rely on. You go to the market and grab a few, non-perishable stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, you really had to kind of take care of yourself. So we've already kind of made life too easy by now making it to where everyone has sort of an assignment. But it's just going to be even worse going forward whenever we have people so dumb that the humans don't even need to leave the house. You just sit there and you've literally just everything is on a computer screen or everything is in front of you. Like you have a robot that does the work for you and pays your bills for it. I don't know, man. I think it's the worst thing that we could ever do is let AI take over.
Yeah, and then you're taking away your self-thought. If you don't have your own self-thought, you're not technically considered an individual. You're amongst the group.
You're predictive programming. You are predictive programming at that point, right? Yo, check this out. Look what I have here.
What is that?
UFO files. Let's see. Let's take a look. A lot of those look blacked out. So let's here. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. I'll just zoom in. All right. These look blacked out, so it's gonna be hard to read. Let's see what this first thing. Let's see. I don't even know what that says. Let me scroll down. Make this as big as possible. Oh, can I just zoom this way too? Oh, even better. Okay, cool. Let's see. Pilot recalls seeing whatever that is. Okay. Okay, what is this? 1947. I thought that said August 5th, 2947 at first. I was like, wait a minute. We got files from the future? No way.
That would have made your first thought like a million% accurate. They are from
the future. Man, they're from they're from the future, and they just placed that right. Yeah, they placed that right into the file. So.
Do I hit the lotto? Like I know that.
You know what would have been even worse is if it said August 5th, 413 or something like that, or if it said
then literally I'd be like, listen.
Or if it was April 2013, so 4-13. All right, so what is this? So this is
tell the future me, whoever posted that.
Right.
I'm waiting for my phone call. You
right.
Know my number from this age. Give me a call.
Right.
But I say that right and watch my phone magically start ringing on an unknown number.
Oh no!
I'm not gonna answer it.
No, there's no way. There's no way. I don't answer numbers I don't know anyway because it's all usually just someone from India trying to tell you they would want to check on your car warranty. I'm like, I own this thing. Are you kidding? Hold on a second. No, I own this truck. What do you mean warranty? This truck is an 04 Chevy Avalanche. What warranty could you possibly have on something that is 22 years old? Like,
no. That's one thing, but to get a phone call. Excuse me, we are like the calling on your warranty and your insurance for a 2007 Cadillac Escalade. Like, first of all, if I had that car, you wouldn't be calling me.
Can you verify your information? Well, you should have it in front of you since you know who you're calling, right? Well, could you please spell out your first last name? And what's the last three on your credit card? What? Give me the last three. Give me the CVV on your credit card. Like, no. Yo, there was somebody pranking somebody. There was somebody, I was watching one of the podcasters I watch, and he was reviewing somebody who was doing what is it called when you go against, I can't think of what it is, but they act like they're a victim of it, and so like they're like, oh yeah, give me a second, let me pull over and get you my credit card information. Then they took their phone of a crash of a sound of a car crash and put it up to the microphone. So then it sounded like there's a crash and you heard them screaming in the background and like, oh my god, I just got an accident. Okay, are you able to grab your credit card? Like they were pranking the scam callers and they made a car crash sound. And they sounded like they were in a car crash, and there's like, oh my god, there's blood everywhere. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear, but I'm so happy you're okay. It's like, I'm not okay. It's like, would you happen to be able to reach your credit card? Like, bro, it was insane. I'll have to find it. The guy did not care. He did not care. He just wanted the credit card information. Like, oh, you just got in a car accident, and it sounded like it was an 18-wheeler, and they're no, we don't care. We just want your credit card information.
Yeah. Like they listen. You're still alive. I know you're okay because you're still on the phone with me. So you can give me the credit card information.
Yeah.
I got time. Please wait. I get paid by the minute.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So let's take us back to 1947, shortly after World War II. So this stuff has been around for so long that it's hard to like ignore, you know what I mean? So when they have documents being released by the FBI from 1947, and this says flying discs, urgent, director, this is the FBI Portland director, and its subject matter is urgent. Flying discs, dot. It's so funny how they typed, like nowadays it'd be all like, attention to the director of the FBI. This isn't a matter of flying. No, it just says flying discs, period, all right? Security matter.
Like they even simplified it.
No, they just direct to the point, man. They did. Security matter -X1, former Navy pilot and presently blank, Myrtle Creek, Oregon reports seeing a mysterious object on 2 occasions the evenings of August 6th, while flying at about 5,000 feet. Myrtle Hatfield to be intervened. But I haven't read any of this either. And look, Pluto just jumped in the chat. They don't call me Pluto for no reason. First UFO I seen when I was 13. Okay, so you jumped in at the right time then, Pluto. There's attached here is a letter.
Ironic. Pluto jumps in as
Pluto jumps in as we're talking about UFOs, right? There is an attached here to a letter received from. You have to think that this is 1947. So these were telegram. Does this say telegram, right? Teletype.
Yeah.
So okay, so the message was sent and then typed out. Okay, I don't know how things worked back then, but let's see. So it has here's the FBI teletype decoded copy. Flying discs. Lieutenant Colonel Blank of G2 San Francisco advised today he has no further information and that our Seattle office's possession of all information known by him is handling. So why would this even be a big deal if this wasn't something going on? Like, I mean, because in the military, what do you have to gain? You and I are from we were in the military, so what do you gain from giving up information that you don't get? Like, What do you get for just like if you just fabricated this whole thing? What did you get from this? Because a lot of people back in those days, especially, looked at you like you needed the holy water thrown on your face because if you're seeing UFOs, then you must got dirty spirits in you like demons and stuff like that. So
it's weird and uncomfortable if you had that mindset where you reached out.
So what would be the point of going and telling this whole elaborated thing just for what reason? You know what I mean? Like, a very serious situation may develop at any time.
It may have sound like he was trying to not seek attention, but like seek guidance because his whole world was just blown apart.
Right, exactly.
But like how you said, like in that time of age, look about how that type of conversation would go for anybody.
No, really.
You're looked at as like you're crazy. You need help. They're gonna try to throw holy water at you. So now a whole bunch of people took like the conversation back in the 1950s versus how it is now. Is definitely different. You couldn't have talked about what people are naturally able to talk about now.
No. Now, nowadays, hell, you can be 20 different genders if you want at this point, and it's just like nowadays, it's just normal. It's just normal.
Identify yourself as a dog.
Yeah, you could be you get pulled over by a cop, and you can be identified. Like I saw a cop video of a dude who identified as a cat, and the officer's like, "Okay, well then I can go ahead and just call the Humane Society out here to pick you up because cats aren't supposed to be driving." It's just like,
hey yo, what?
It was hilarious. Yeah, some of these dash body cams were the greatest inventions ever, and we're gonna watch a couple of videos of those on this podcast as well too. So stay tuned. All right, so while we're at this UFO thing, it says here, can you see it pretty well, David? Can you see it? Here, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more in case people are watching on their phones. All right, so
next week I'm definitely getting my laptop, bro. I need to be able to have that structure in the system.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna get the laptop before I get the mic.
Yeah. Okay, so what does it say here? The principal data concerning these crafts is now at hand and must be offered, no matter how fantastic and intelligible it may seem to minds not. How fantastic and unintelligible it may seem to minds not previously instructed in thinking of this type. What? All right, part 1. Part of the discs carry crews. Others are under remote control. Part 2. Their mission is peaceful. The visitors contemplate settling on this planet. Bro, the whole this hold on. This is kind of look.
That blows the mind. Mind. So now it states that there was a sense of contact. They have a sense of
that they've already communicated with them. This is this is fresh off the press. Like this is stuff that has not been seen before. So this is crazy. We're reading this on the day it dropped. Their visitors are human-like, but much larger in size. These visitors are human-like, but much larger. So whatever. Hold on. So we're always told that they're these short things. So these visitors are human-like, but much larger in size. They are not excarnate. I can't even. They are not excarnato Earth people. What does that mean? What does excarnato mean?
Thank God I got multiple phones. I can search it up.
Excarnation is the process of removing flesh and organs from a corpse, leaving only their bones. What? So they're not skeletal Earth people, but come from their own world. Oh, excarnato. I'm excarnated. Maybe something's missing here. I'm just trying to figure out what that means. They are not something. But they do not come from any. They don't come from any planet as we do. Wait, what? Hold on. They do not come from any planet as we do. This word, but from an other. But from an other planet which interprets with our own and is not perceptible to us. Oh my God! Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I just got chills. I'm trying to read this. That I know I keep stuttering, but so hear this out and tell me if you're hearing the same thing I'm hearing. The bodies of the visitors in the crowd. Oh, that's different. They do not come from any planet as we do in this world. As we use this word. They do not come from any planet as we use the word. We created the word planet. We create everything on this planet. We create language is ours. We as humans created it. So they do not come from any planet as we use the word, but from an Athorio. It says Otherio. I'm having such a hard time with understanding. Etherio planet? Is it Etherio a word? Hold on. Because it's starting to seem like, so they come from something that is not known to us. It's not a planet. What is Etherio meaning? Etherio meaning.
He's sharing his meaning.
Othering, right? Othering. Often verbified as other or otherwise. Okay. Or otherize. Otherize, what?
So in other sense, that's pretty much what it's meaning. In other sense,
but from a different understanding type of planet, which interponetratos. I'm having a hard time reading this. Interponet.
UFO files that were released today.
Yeah, they were released today.
Okay.
So the bodies of the visitor. Okay, well, I'm trying to comprehend this. I know we're all over the place, folks. Hang on. They do not come from any planet as we use the word. So since we call it a planet, they don't call it that, but from an Otherio planet, which in Torponetoridos, INTORPONETRATOS. They're using their own language now too, so who even knows what that means? Interponetratos with our own. I need to
smoking some good foot. I'm just gotta throw that out there. Some honesty. I need what 1947 had, because that sounds like I can get smarter really fast.
Because they use some big words, right? So interponetratos.
They're still coming up with language. They're still developing world, and they got words that's making now. The way you're sound, I don't even want to try to sound out that word, because I'm just gonna go stupid real quick.
Ponetratos. I don't even think this is a word. Okay, here we go. So here.
So I can gain knowledge.
Interponor is a Spanish verb meaning to interpose or to file or That's crazy.
So they're land-based then.
So wait. So is our galaxy, our planet, we are our own, and we don't know or understand what could be outside of that. And let's put it in clear context, like heaven and hell and whatever other layers of this experience there are, right? So they do not come from any planet as we use the word, but from an austeric planet which is ranked and filed with our own. So it's similar. So it's similar, but it's not called a planet. So it's a similar experience. So like I said, these could be people from another reality or a future that come. I don't know. This is crazy though. I didn't know what we were going to get into getting into this. I'm actually really intrigued. The bodies of the visitors and the craft also automatically materialize on entering the vibratory rate of our dense matter.
So once they become in our atmosphere, they can take the form of us, pretty much. Like their bodies are adjustable, like a chameleon type ordeal. Because I believe, like 7 miles
No, no,
outside of
it's saying that the craft, so the bodies of the visitors and the craft automatically materialize on entering the vibratory rate of our dense matter, our donso matter, or our ports,
materialize, meaning that they're seeable, or materializing as in like they like it's not just considered in nerd terminology the force. You know, because how they say in Star Wars, it's everything that
Yeah.
surrounds us, binds us, and everything. So it's like it's air. So when you become in our atmosphere, you no less than become air. You're just material. Your physicality now.
Yeah.
I knew Jedi-ness was real.
Man, I feel like that they were on to something. So the discs possess a type of radiant energy or a ray which will easily disintegrate any attacking ship. They re-enter the ethereal at will and so simply disappear from our vision without trace. The region from which they come is not the astral plane, but correspond to the locus or talus. What is locus and talus? What is locus and talus? I've heard that before. Locus.
No, that they made that the locust.
14. Yo, there it is, dude. There it is. It's the 14 planes or dimensions of existence. Bro, they're not from other galaxies far, far away, bro. This is dimensionary. This is all God's little envelopes of existences that are going on. So that's creatures from another existence visiting, because God created the heavens and the earth. The heavens is everything outside of. Man, hold on. There are 7 upper spirits.
That also brings up your theory of angels and demons and all that a little bit more. Like, it pops it up a little bit more, because now you're just dealing with astrophysics and fucking.
Bro, I had no idea we were about to be getting. I thought it was just gonna be a bunch of gibberish that, like how they released the Epstein files, stupid stuff like that, where it was all just like redundant.
In my hands, it's like crazy.
This is crazy because this has never been seen before. 1947. They were saying this in 1947. So and look how far we've come as a civilization since then. How much do we? Oh, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Hold on.
Yeah,
so like I say,
80 years later. 80 years later, this is crazy.
So they had to come and talk. There had to be conversations or ways that we communicate to understand all this. Because why? This is military. This is a military manuscript.
Yeah, that's descriptively written out. Like there was a whole interview process, conversation. Like they had to sit down. Like this is our last dinner. Can we record this? You know, like.
Yeah. This is crazy. They probably cannot be. The region from which they come is. I already read this one, but I'm going to read it again. The region from which they come is not the astral plane, but corresponds the locus or talus. Students of astro matters will understand these terms, which we just looked up, and that means that it had to do with the several universes,
so they don't
the dimensions.
necessarily have to be outside this planet. They could literally.
They're already here.
In the same.
They're here. This is just an experience. There's layers on this exact same planet that we're on. There's layers of it, and it's just like. And I'm just going to use my past for an example.
Multiverse.
I'm going to use my past for an example. Okay. Yes, I'm going to use my past for an example. See, when I was homeless on drugs, I saw shadow people, and. You think that it's just your brain playing tricks on you, but it seemed too specific to be your brain playing a trick on you, and for it to happen so often, it almost seems like when your brain was, and drugs are not good, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? I'm not condoning. I'm just saying when I was in that position, your brain is so stimulated it elevates itself through the visual reality into almost like you're seeing through a kaleidoscope.
Yeah,
and you're seeing. Yes. Does that make sense? Like that.
Yeah,
that's wild, dude.
You know, once upon a time.
But drugs are bad, okay? Drugs are bad. Don't do them. don't do it. Just to don't test our theory. Don't test our theory here.
But you know, there was one day DMT and how you just said kaleidoscope. That really just it wasn't like just a talked about thing. Like it was really like That's just
Yeah.
real, my
Yeah.
guy. Real.
Yeah.
You know, I can see where it gets to that point where it's like so like I want to see more. I want to experience more because you can't put it into words, and it lasts
Right.
so damn fast. It goes so fast, like it's almost too fast that if you blink, you miss that experience and that enjoyment. But
Right.
but it's not your eyes are not shelled over with the taintedness of what flesh has done given us. You see amongst all, and like how you say with the shadow people, that's what if that's your mindset and your eyesight passing through that threshold or that threshold to where you can see the multiple layers, and you can see everything. Where there is no
It's
taintedness, your eyes are as the purest of like you can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm awake,
Absolutely.
I can see, like I know
That's
from my experiences,
crazy.
yes, drugs are bad, but how much did we really learn, and how much of actual life
It's
did we really
scary. It was
experience
scary,
and
right?
learn?
It was scary. It was scary. It is something you didn't understand. That, at least for me, it is something I couldn't understand of what I was seeing in those certain. And it wasn't all the time. It was just in some certain, especially when I was like, on the streets and like by myself and like in my own, my own bubble, and it would be like 3 a.m. walking down the street, and like just some things just didn't make sense. So, but this is crazy. So they probably cannot be reached by radio, but probably can be radar if a signal system can be devised for that apparatus. So there is no communicating with people deep out in space because they're not out there. They're
Yeah,
here. They're
so
here, but
that's
they're
a misdirected sense of theory.
they are not in this astral plane, as it says. They're in a different kaleidoscope image of this. So, look, there the interview. Okay, so there is enclosed with this letter a newspaper clipping from the Norfolk Ledger Dispatch dated July 9th, 1947. The photograph appearing in this clipping is alleged to represent a flying disc, which was
What
huh?
day? What day did you just say?
July 9th, 1947.
July 9th.
Huh?
No, that's 2 days after me and my mom's birthday.
July 9th?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Billy was interviewed. I like how they had all caps. Billy was interviewed on August 8th, 1947 by Special Agent Blank, at which time Billy informed that the original negative was given to him by Mr. Brown of the Photo Craftsman Service, who in turn furnished the negative to the International News Service. Billy advised that he has an agreement with Mr. Brown whereby the latter will be shared equally in any profits derived from us to use the negative by commercial firms or newspapers. As of August 8th, 1947, Billy has not received any remuneration for the use of this negative. Is there a picture that we can see in here? I wonder if
There was an agreement for exchange of information?
what? Oh,
That's,
wait,
that's
what?
I took by that.
Yeah, so he was informed that he was sitting on the. Here we go. Yeah, so he was informed that he was sitting on the front porch of his apartment, which is located on the third floor of 410 West 14th Street, Norfolk, Virginia, around noon. He had read numerous newspaper articles pertaining to flying discs and decided to sit on his front porch in the hopes of seeing one and attempting to photograph it. On July 8th, 1947, Billy observed a large black object moving rapidly through space, proceeding from the southwest to the northeast direction. He said the black object was followed by two smaller objects, which also proceeded in the same direction. Billy explained that the objects were moving at a very fast speed, which appeared to him to be much faster than the speed of an airplane, and further, that the objects appeared to be extremely high. He said that they were much higher than the average plane travels in the city of Norfolk, I'm assuming Virginia, is that what it says? Yeah, Virginia, and appeared to be above the clouds, and that a white mist followed each of the three objects. Billy was unable to state what the black objects represented, but admitted that they could have been large balloons. But okay, if it moved that fast though.
Yeah, first of all, if it's that, how it states that higher in the sky, higher than normal airplanes. First of all, back then they didn't really have airplanes flying out like that, and if they did, they weren't that high up as what they are now because they couldn't deal with that low density of magnitude.
Right.
So
Right.
that's not really like explaining much, but
No.
with what you're stating, how it's written there, moving faster, and it's followed. The part that gets me is that it's followed by two smaller
And
black things.
I've heard of cordons moving with them, like helicopters, like U.S. military helicopters moving with these things, like almost like we're escorting them back to some transfer site of. I don't know. This could
You're
go. This could
chaperoning
go
them. You should
on.
just be
This could go
chaperoning them.
on. Let's see. What is this? What do we have here? What is that?
Oh,
Oh. What are these?
what? That
I
looks
don't.
like diagrams or descriptions of the imagery.
Yeah, it doesn't really say what it is at this. Okay, this is interesting. All right, let's. I wanna see what these other parts are too. They have parts. They have 16 parts to it. So give me a number. Two through. Huh?
Three.
3. Let's go to 3. All right. Let's see. Let's see pages. I want to see if they have
Smoke.
pictures of things in here. What are those? It look like I don't know what that is. I mean, I guess photography back then, like pictures were not that great back then.
No, definitely not.
So
You can't just wipe a screen or wipe your
right,
You get
yeah.
the-
You had what you had.
Selfie mode, portrait,
Right.
or motion viewed.
Let's. I want to see if we can find any better pictures. Let's go to 5. Let's see if 5 has anything worth taking a look at here. All sorts of blacked out pages. Is there pictures of anything? What is this supposed to be? What is that?
You know, we're digging into something. What if we find something so remotely amazing that it's just like unspeakable?
Yeah, because like that doesn't make sense. Like, what are these pictures of?
No, right? Like, look, you're researching this, you're digging. What if you find a picture of a self-image and it looks like you? What would you do?
Bro, headphones off, live stream ended. Like, no, just like, no. Bro, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I just think that'd be really crazy because, like,
No,
in the
'cause I think
picture,
about that a lot. Do you know how much people tell me like I get mistaken for a lot of people. I apparently look like somebody in every state. And it don't matter what state I'm in, there's somebody that always comes up to me and asks me if I'm related to this person or I know this person. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know them. I don't even know you. And they're just like, yo, you look like this person.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like,
You have a familiar face. You have a familiar face. That's for sure.
I get that. I get having a familiar face, but into states where, like, all right, in Indiana,
Yeah.
there's rarely any Latin culture in Indiana. Colorado, there's pretty much no Latin culture except Mexican.
Right.
You know, and like I got mistaken and resembled a lot over there in Nebraska. Nebraska, out of all places, I've only had a conversation with like not even 2 handful of people, and I got mistaken for at least 4 people's relatives. Like, no idea, no idea. My family and Nebraska does not make an equal equation. You can't use that to things in the same sequence.
Right.
I don't know. I just my
All right,
face
look.
is everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, so that would be crazy if you saw your face in one of the UFO files. You'd be like, wait a minute, was this all one big conspiracy against me? Am I the time traveler?
Then too, what are y'all gonna say? I look like y'all cousin? Like, geez.
Oh, that's funny. What does this
I'll
say?
tell you
Flying
one thing,
discs?
if I did see that after this stream, my phone is definitely gonna go off.
Bro, yeah, you'll have Men in Black knocking at your door, bro. Like, the experiment's over.
Look, are y'all gonna do the buzzy thing to me? Can I get a pair of glasses afterwards?
That's funny. That's funny. You gotta get a pair of glasses. Can you?
I got a set of skills and talents that y'all can find worthy. Please hire me. I'm a good worker. My work ethic is amazing. It's perfect.
Oh man, so yeah, these are out here for everyone to see if you really want. I mean, it's easy just to go type in on Google UFO files released, and you make sure you go to the .gov. The .gov is going to be what's going to be your most reliable. We know the most reliable source for all your documents you're going to find here. So yeah, you can definitely go check these out if you guys are interested. Going through so just what we went through in like that was like a whole lot just in that first one that we looked at.
That was just that first part that we read?
Well, yeah, that was just in the first part where they were saying, was it this one?
I wonder if
it.
that one part.
I want to see if was it this one that we were on. I think it was this one. We scrolled down. Where did it say? It was right here. This was crazy how it said this, where it says that the region from which they come from is not. So how do we know this though? How do we know? Who conducted this interview with who?
It's too descriptive.
Like, it's not that I don't believe it. It's not.
Conversation.
It's not. Yeah, it's not that I don't believe it. I just want to know. Did you have a sit down with them? And that's what I've been trying to find.
They lacked on that sense of information, that source, that fact. Like,
it's probably just hiding in here, and I probably went right past it. I probably just went right past it, honestly. Yeah, this is crazy.
No, I'm definitely about to research some of that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's that. Aliens, I'm sure that they're real. I'm sure, but I don't. But like we said, like it's saying here, we don't know if it's from this. We don't know if it's not from this world. It doesn't seem like it's not from this world. It seems like it's just from another dimension of this world, which I know it sounds crazy and it's hard, but it's hard for us to comprehend and understand because we just don't understand it. It's not for us to understand. You know what I mean? That's why when it said that the region from which they come from is not an astral plane, but a correspondence to the locus or talus, which we looked up in the locus and talus in Hindu cosmology and theosophy. Is the 14 planes or dimensions of existence, 7 upper spiritual realms and 7 lower material. And it's crazy when you think about it, uppers and lowers, so you have heavens and hells. Right? So that's just crazy. So is this supposed to be like a picture of the different layers?
I'm looking up the information on my phone, and
that's crazy. I can't get over that. That's crazy.
There's 17 pages of files to look over. That's definitely homework for a weekend.
Pizza's on the way soon. Sweet, thank you, honey. All right, so this is the UFO stuff. You know, this is the UFO stuff. So feel free to go check it out. It's definitely interesting, and I'm going to be doing some more research offline as well from this. Try to see. All right, can I cancel the poll? Yeah, let me just get rid of the poll. There we go. Perfect.
I think it's definitely something to want to know, especially for that sense of knowledge. You know, and that's one thing that I feel like I want to talk about. So like, nobody has a common sense of knowledge anymore.
Right.
And
right.
I noticed it with just like my everyday people. I noticed it with people on the path by, like there's nobody uses common sense anymore. And
that's what's funny about it being called common sense. There's nothing common about common sense.
It's a guy to say it because, as they say, we think logically, but that's somewhat of a way to go. Like, use common sense.
As humans, as humans, common sense is supposed to be common, but
not common no more.
Right.
What's supposed to be common is uncommon.
What's common is now uncommon. Everything's like I said, everything's reversing. Everything's going backwards.
That's crazy. The only thing that's not going backwards is cost of living.
It will be. It will be. Give it time. I'm giving it time. Like it's always been bad. So the best thing we can just really do is just allow it to either get better or not get better.
Yeah. As long as minimum wage goes up with cost of living, I'm okay. Because I know I'm not. I don't need to chase the bag. You know, people like us, we don't
Right.
need to chase the bag because we already know. You know, it's gonna be there. We just,
Right.
it's not a pick and choose what and how we want to do it. It's just,
Yeah.
who's first come, first serve. First one to call
Right.
me back and I can show my efforts too. They got my loyalty and I work.
Absolutely.
So the money's gonna be there no matter what. It's just it's a lot of places ain't gonna start people out what they know they worth. So that's it's frustrating a little bit.
Right.
Cause it don't matter what. Like I'm more of a warehouse landscaper, construction type of ordeal,
Hands on.
and
Hands
yeah,
on.
and that's like, look, I'll read a book 1,000 times on how to do one landscape. Put it in the whole sprinkler system. I'll read that book 1,000 times.
Yep.
Know what to do after that. You
Right.
show me how to do it and let me do it one time, bro. I'll set up a whole apartment complex, all that stuff.
Right. No, that's. I mean, that's just hard. That's hard. That's hard work.
I can describe them. That's yeah. Yo, I need that 4-inch round tube for the sprinkler head. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what you're talking about, though. That's it. Is that you know, but you know what you're saying, and you know what you're talking about. That's what matters.
And it's just like, dude, I could be the smartest dumb person I know.
Bro, I swear I'm the exact same. I swear sometimes I'm the dumbest smart person I know as well.
Yo, but then at work I noticed I be the dumbest smart nigga I know too, because I'm just like, fuck. I be doing some simple shit that's like, what the fuck? What am I doing?
Right. So we don't have nobody submitted anything for music review. We're gonna have to promote this more and get some music reviews popped in. So, well, with that being said, even with that, I want to.
You man, look, let me give an official out there appraisal to you and your town, bro, because you're and I was at work the other day and I was getting it right, but
Yeah.
I was just like, and I go back to your beginner day music, because for
Digging deep in the catalog.
Yeah, back in the archives where it's like, all right, let me pull up my phone, let me give my phone some Wi-Fi so I can really pull this stuff up. And dude, and it's crazy. And anyone who really like follows your music and like really stand by your music and stand by, like your sound and what your note is, they could definitely relate and understand what I'm about to say. Because the motivation I got from like the original, like back to OG Big Bro, you know what I'm saying? When you were like, yeah. And it's different than now. It's different than now. Yes, the motivation and the endurance and the drive, it just increases, but it hits differently from the OG track. And it's just it's something that really just, I wanted to praise you for that, because like
Appreciate that.
You don't stop growing. You know what I'm saying? You were big bro, and now you're just becoming even bigger bro. And, like, you're growing, bro. You're growing.
I appreciate that.
And now like it seems like with who your music circle is attracting, it's becoming even better. And it's
Blitz, Pharaoh, the whole gang, man. Thera, Hayes, Bino, the whole crew. Wyfield Yeti. Speaking of which, I see my cousin Riley's in here. What's up, Riley? Let me should we show them levitating? Let's give them a little bit of give them a little taste of levitating.
That's something I feel it needs to sign and bless the world with.
All right, y'all. This is unreleased coming up. It's your Big Bro Mac, Wyfield Yeti. This track's called Levitating. Let me know if y'all can hear it in the comments or not. I've been messing with this, and hopefully I'm not messing up the sound. So let's go.
Yo, hey yo, shout out Wyfield Yeti. Shout out my boy Abyss. Y'all ready? Let's go. Mountains move every time they hear the beat drop. The poets here to bring about the way the quill talks. With every note I'm bringing music in the waves. Every line and every rhyme I'm levitating through the maze. The ground shakes with every time I drop a new track. I'm back and I'm rapping, attacking every way a new hack. I'm like a virus to the fakes with bringing real raps. Don't need to curse to prove I'm him, I'm bringing true facts. I'm dropping in like I'm a comet, bringing a new sound. Reviving music from the ruins into places hellbound. I'm bringing light into the dark to help to pave the way. To be the change, I'll make a change, the time is now, I'm here to stay. Mountains move every time they hear the beat drop. The poet's here to bring about the way the quill talks. With every note I'm bringing music in the waves. Every line and every rhyme I'm levitating through the maze. From the top of the drop, I'm like a rock in a sock. No stopping and not, get that bubble to pop. From the mountains to the badlands, I am a beacon leaking light into the grandstands. You pull a string, well my hands are on 1,000 strands. See the secrets in the sands, we can change your plans. Be upset when you bet on a marionette. I'm motivating, levitating, moving through the maze. See yourself inside my shades. Mountains move every time they hear the beat drop. The poet's here to bring about the way the quill talks. With every note I'm bringing music in the waves. Every line and every rhyme I'm levitating through the maze. Mountains move every time they hear the beat drop. The poet's here to bring about the way the quill talks. With every note I'm bringing music in the waves. Every line and every rhyme I'm levitating through the maze.
Yo, it's not done yet though. Yo, that was dope.
I kid you not, and I just look, the way y'all ended that off. By the way, the trend. I need to stop and just finish one song before I
you like you got 10 things to say.
Yeah, that song provides so much fire, bro. The transition from you to Yeti, hats off to y'all. That's man.
That was smooth, huh? That was smooth. Yeah.
And I've heard. I got one of Yeti's albums on my Spotify.
Yeah.
Him on my work and everything. But that song was a little bit more faster paced than I'm used to hearing. But it was awesome.
It was epic, right?
Yeah.
I feel like when they're getting ready to announce like the Sunday night primetime game, like that could be like mountains move every time they hear the beat drop, and when that happens and like a player hits a player or something, and it's like it gets you all amped up and pumped for like, bro, I gotta submit that to the NFL. I gotta be like, if y'all want to use this, a hit stick song, bro. That's a hit stick song, bro. That's tight. I definitely want to see what route I could take to get in touch with the NFL and see if they want to. Hey guys, y'all want some. Y'all, or I don't know if it'd be the NFL or if it would be like CBS or Fox or whatever that before they view it, because it's like the hype video for like the primetime game or for the Monday night game or whatever. You know what I mean?
Sports or something like that, because it'd be like the EA Sports review or highlights or something. But it'd be through like a lot of channels,
right?
Because you gotta get like video game sponsoring and all that stuff.
Yeah. Hey y'all,
but that's crazy because if you did it through a lawyer base. Then it's different, because then it's like they would have to reach out to you because they got to get your brand.
Right, that's right. No, that's true. Yeah, legal documents, everything, and splits of if I sold the whole thing to them, or if I monetized off of their plays and stuff. So, but y'all check it out. We are 1 week.
Listen. That was some fire you were spitting. Let me just say that. Your punches were very direct and hard and firm. I felt like that brought it back to like your older music.
Yeah.
Because back then you wanted your punchlines to
right.
I noticed that, and that's what really brought out that drive and that motivation that I was speaking about earlier. You definitely, but it was more of like the more newer sound of you, to where it's easy flowing, you don't have to be as hard. You could poetically, cinematically let it out.
It was just a lot of energy. There was a lot of energy involved in that, you know what I mean? And I love it. I love bringing the energy, and like that's one thing that I used to be really monotone in the very beginning of my music journey, and I feel like that ever since I've sort of found that energy and found that sound, like it's just like everything I bring now, it's just you could tell that like the intensity has been turned up on it, whether it comes to like my just the aggressiveness, overall aggressiveness, or just the way that the way that Blitz said it best, the way that I ride the pockets of the music, which is like, it seems like, that beat was made specifically for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yo, I have to. So we are 1 week out from today from Stand Your Ground dropping on all platforms. We're going to give you all a preview of that too. And then also, before I do that, I have to show you guys, there's a track that me and Casual, we're working on on a short album, a new short album already. This is the first announcement for it. I just want to give you guys a little.
You guys were so bad.
I want to give you guys a little taste of something. You're not going to hear his verse because he's working on his, but I'll give you guys at least the first half of the song. So it's called Second to None. So we'll give that one a run.
Ooh.
I don't know if you've heard this. You might have heard this one, but if not, you'll hear it.
They say music is dead up until we arrive. The last poet's here to bring about the reason to ride. All the haters in the back, won't you come up front and let us show you how it's done? We place a second to none. Yeah. Got inspired by the great, you knew just how to do it. The way the words they flow together is why we call it fluid. A bright idea to believe that I can make a movement from the bottom to the top. Just wait a second for the drop. I take the beat and ride the wave until the sun sets. I make a feast of food for thought to feed my primelets. Just take a seat and soon you'll see what comes to mind next. I'm Dr. Suchitawa, loose the pen and rhyme text. As Macafaro, we're the poets and we're here to stay. The truth is written in the books, will never fade away. Don't need the media to validate the truth be told through every word and every line. Our music's here to make it right. Music is dead up until we arrive. The last poet's here to bring about the reason to ride. All the haters in the back, won't you come up front and let us show you how it's done? We place a second to none. Music is dead up until we arrive. The last poet's here to bring about the reason to ride. All the haters in the back, won't you come up front and let us show you how it's done? We place a second to none. Music is dead up until we arrive. The last poet's here to bring about the reason to ride. All the haters in the back, won't you come up front and let us show you how it's done? We place a second to none. Music is dead up until we arrive. The last poet's here to bring about the reason to ride. All the haters in the back, won't you come up front and let us show you how it's done? We place a second to none.
Ooh.
What's your thoughts on that one, bro? I want to know your thoughts on that one. Isn't it kind of nostalgic? Doesn't it kind of bring like sort of a Beastie Boys kind of vibe to it? Like just that boom bap sort of.
Y'all ready to put full stops ready on, like, y'all ready to just start stomping it on people.
Right.
I can't wait to hear when that's finished, to how Casual's gonna just like,
Yeah.
because I hear how you sound already, and it's like y'all already started the foundation. Now y'all ready to start traveling and start taking it and really just start putting your sound out there.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, it's definitely giving off a sound with the circle of people you got in your music. Your sound is
Yeah.
at a point where you can hear it. You can hear that the pain you went through. You just needed to let it out. Now you've accepted everything. You accept your past. You show your skill. And now you're about to just show off your talent.
Now it's like aggressive and confident. Yeah. I appreciate that, bro. Hey, let's give them a taste real quick. Hey, what's up, cousin? I see Meadows in the chat. What's up, cousin? See you soon. Yeah, my cousin Meadows. She's going to the University of Wyoming right now. I think she just finished her freshman year, and going to be coming out. My Aunt Kathy, her grandma, my aunt, she's going to come and see her and stay with her. So it's been a long time. Been like 10 years since I've seen you. So it's going to be good to see you. Yo, super excited. Yeah, super excited to see you, Meadow. So check this out, y'all. A week from now, we're dropping Stand Your Ground right here, right now. You guys are going to get your first early preview. And then we're going to jump into Am I the A-Hole? Which the lovely Miss Mac has been oh so kind to find the most brutal and crazy Am I the A-Hole. So this is gonna be fun. It's fun, yeah.
I kind of like, while I'm at work and I be on my like downtime a little bit, I try to find some good things to read about that. I can't find nothing remotely as like funny or crazy.
Sis will send you some. She knows where to find them. Let's run this and we'll jump right into it. Let's go. This was coming out next Friday. This is Stand Your Ground, produced by Abyss, my boy Abyss, like a lot of these tracks. Mixed and mastered by our boy Mount Olympus Studios, mixed by Blitz.
Stand, won't you stand your ground? Stand, won't you stand?
That beat is so sick. It's actually called Here to Stay, I believe.
Won't you stand your... I'm standing firm with everything I believe, so I'ma never sell out to be one of the sheep. With every time I ride, I take a deep dive inside. I had to pull myself up out the dirt to see there was life, and now I stand. Yeah, I stand my ground, so what was lost is found, and no, I won't back down. You want a real MC, a beast to feed these beats. I'm bringing change at the scene. Lessons learned from all the times I was down, from every bad decision. Who am I kidding? Turn it around, you gotta keep on going, keep on rolling, never going back now. Stand.
This song is the truth, I swear. Anthem. It's leading you in, it's bringing you in, right? It's bringing you in. Anticipate. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Stand.
Won't you stand your ground? Stand.
The hook is super long.
My faith with every moment that I take and every challenge that I face. I ask the questions when I pray. I look to God for all my answers, never take it on myself. I give it all up to the cross for saving me from in that cell. Blistered and scarred, I'm raising the bar. With every time I'm bright in my heart, it sings to the stars. From nights I was lost in the dark, cause living is hard. A chance to fight back, I embarked. The movement apart, and now I'm getting going against the current. Nothing new, I let it burn. Everything that I've been learning makes me feel that I deserve nothing less that I've been working for. I'm moving around the clock, I had to find myself to be myself and drop what I was not.
That was real as fuck right there.
Won't you stand your...
I just want to tell you that, by the way. That was real as fuck right there.
You saying I had to be myself to find myself and drop what I was not? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I had to find myself to be myself to drop what I was not. Yeah, no, that was, yeah.
That's the realest part that really takes away from a lot of like people who want to be an artist and then just versus do what they're told to get the clout. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
They
right.
They can't, especially and play like, you know. Like you really, your sound and your words really like put off and really just shut down a lot of motherfuckers. Just saying, I'm kind of cutthroat at it. Like, not a whole lot of people get your music because they can't understand and grasp the seriousness out of it.
Right.
And shame on them. Shame on them.
Hey, you know what I say in my posts all the time too, man, is that, you know, my music is not for everybody, but for some people, like, you could literally find a part of you in this journey and you can relate to it, and I hope that you can take away something that makes you want more in life, you know what I mean? Because you and I both know best, because for all y'all who are new or haven't, you know, known, you know, my boy David here, me and him go way back. So we go way back to, you know, we were in the struggle together and we got good, and we're here to stay, and, you know, and that's what truly matters. And so we have a lot, there was long nights of being cold, long nights of, you know, being sad, long nights of, you know, just being lost, man. But you know what? There's one thing that this dude never did, and that's abandon me, and the vice versa too. So there's just like,
bro, from day one, bro. And it took the similar sacrifice that we voluntarily signed up for. You know what I'm saying? And that just brought brotherhood for all the time. And then and moving forward is you walk the words you spoke, and I respected the holy hell out of that. And that's one thing I follow by, and I live by my life. I walk the words I speak. And you never
Yeah.
switched up. It didn't matter what you wanted to do in life. We are our own different individual human beings. You never knocked me
Yep.
or shitted on me for anything I wanted to do in my life. And in fair respect, I would do the same. I'm not gonna knock you. I'm not gonna shit on
Oh,
you.
absolutely.
Why? Why?
Absolutely.
You was there. You gave me the better support out of a lot of people that try to just. I'm too busy. All right,
Yeah.
cool. I know who I can. I figured out quick, and it is crazy because it didn't take spun out life long for me to realize like the realness
Yeah.
out of like the friendship and brothership and familyness with you. So it was just like I'm
Yeah.
a rock with him, and there's certain conversations we've had that really like allowed me to open up. Like, all right, I can't have this man as a brother. I can be family
We've
with
had a
this man
lot. Yeah,
because
we've had a lot of
what I'm
those.
saying.
Yeah.
And when you opened up like just wanted to do music, and you just got in that comfortness with even
That
when
was
we
so
started,
random. It was so random.
yeah, but it was the comfortness, and it goes back to being a brotherhood was wearing that uniform. But
Absolutely.
you know, we saw this similar aspect out of life too. We saw that bigger horizon. We saw the outer box picture to where we ran with ideas. If it was a hit or miss, like, let's figure it out. Let's
Yeah.
see if it's a hit or let's see if it's
We
a miss.
we always figured
The
it out.
optimism out of life, and that's really what was refreshing. Just especially being in your presence, the optimism of life. It was just like, hey, let's, what does today have in store? Let's figure it out. But
So it's
and
crazy,
and
y'all,
it
because
definitely,
we rebranded this to Let's Talk About It because originally when me and David both got clean, we wanted to start our own podcast a long time ago of Let's Talk About It, and this is like 6 years ago we wanted to do this. So it's really cool that
yeah.
we're actually bringing
I
it
was
to
living
life
in
now.
Gary, Indiana at that point too. I was in that house
Yeah,
that I was.
yeah.
I
I
it was
I was in
weird because
Sheridan. I think I was in Wyoming. Thank you, honey.
yeah, yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was in Wyoming. I was at
Uh,
the rehab up there.
I'll never forget it because I was in transition. I was making my way because I don't know. You remember that beater Toyota Corolla I had? So I literally the night before, the night before I decided, all right, enough's enough, and I took off from Colorado. Um, I had fell asleep at the wheel, and I got into an accident right there on Academy where uh Over Park is that or Institution, where you got that big 20-foot drop hill. I fell
Was
asleep at
that
the wheel, and then I
was that
woke up.
Constitution? You mean Constitution?
No, yeah, it could have been Constitution,
Yeah.
but so I'm going southbound. I'm going southbound. I just got off the phone with my friend. I needed somewhere to go post up real quick, do what I do so I can continue on pushing on. So I'm going southbound. I just get off the phone with them. Blackout like that. Oh, I wake back up. I'm going northbound on Academy. And I
What?
already know why you're laughing because you know what it takes to go from southbound on Academy. At this point on Academy, you know what it takes to go from southbound to northbound. You got to go around the fucking block.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So
I don't know how
I
you did
black
that.
out.
Who knows how you did that?
Me neither. I'm still wondering. Only God knows. Thank God I'm still here to talk about it.
It's because of God you didn't get in an accident. He was the one who was guiding you
No,
that
no,
night.
no,
He
no, 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 no.
was.
Hold on, hold on. I got into an accident. Because when I woke up, I was like uh kissed away from the block and followed that with that 20-foot drop into that parking lot down there.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I
bro.
hugged this shit
That's
off the wheel. And for anybody to say an airbag is strong enough to mess somebody up, shame on you. Because no, it's not. I was skinny as hell and it didn't do nothing to me. I destroyed the shit out of my airbag. Um, the only thing that was wrong with that car after that point was a cracked windshield, Airbag deployed. I'm pretty sure all my shocks and everything were destroyed and busted out. Because I could rock my car while it's just moving. And, a mechanic said that's not good. Um, and I had one blown tire that I quickly fixed up that same night. And then I went to sleep. I posted up. I just some random street. I slept in my car. Woke up. Did the same old thing. I went to my buddy's house that I was supposed to meet up with that night. Never made it there. My hood, the hood latch was busted.
The hood latch?
So the
Oh, yeah.
hood fucking comes up and smashes out my windshield. I'm driving down Powers, looking through that little small crack that's about like yay big, trying to maneuver through
your hood went up.
traffic. I had to run a car off the road just so I could pull over and fix my car.
I was gonna say, why don't you just pull over?
Oh, I was in the middle lane, and they weren't trying to let me through. So I really just ran a car off the road. I didn't care. Like, you're literally looking at my hood on my windshield, and you're not gonna slow down so I can get over.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
some dickhead shit.
Right.
So, I did what I had to do. Aggressive driving. So I fixed that. Now I'm driving down Powers with the Honda symbol on my windshield and caved in. And, life's going all bad for me at this point. And I said,
Oh, no.
okay, I'm leaving Colorado.
Yeah, you're like, I'm out. I'm done.
In the next half hour, I made about $400. I finished off my last, and I took off.
Oh.
6 hours
Good
later.
times.
Yeah.
Good
6 hours
times.
later, I said my goodbyes. I gave you a call. I was like, bro, I'm done. I can't do it. And I think that same day, you were like, I already know what you're talking about. You were just about ready too, and we were just like, let's go.
Yeah, you just know whenever the time is it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and that's one thing that I really treasure about like our brothership, bro. We set out, we had the same clear goal.
we did, yeah.
But
All the time.
obviously everyone's gonna live, their own path. But
Yeah.
like we had the goal that this is what we were gonna do.
Yeah, and it's funny. This right here that we're doing is literally what we said we were going to do. One day we're not going to be sitting here and living out of somebody's garage in December where it snows on the ground and we got a space heater that we're huddled up around, and we're going to be making music and doing a podcast, and we're going to be just talking, and we're going to be reminiscing
We're
on.
gonna think back about those conversations, and we're gonna get hit with the sense of mindset to where it's humbleness and appreciation. And you know what, bro? I appreciate you for those conversations we have because
Yep,
look,
same.
we talking about it, and we can laugh about it now. Cause that was
Now we can. It wasn't funny then. It wasn't very funny then.
back then, but we can laugh now.
We were laughing, but it wasn't. It was tears behind a smile. We're like,
Yeah. Now,
Hey. Look, the audience is laughing at us. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole? Shout out to the lovely Miss Mac, my fiance. She went and found us some bangers. This is gonna be fun. She also helped me get this share screen thing going, so that way we're able to all read along. So you don't got to worry about just hearing it straight from us. So we're gonna start with the first one. Let's start with the first one. All right. And then I love this because there's comments, so we can check out and see what some of the comments say too. All right, so
my lighter. Oh no, it's in my pocket.
yeah, that's usually where it's at. All right, my husband's family has been pressuring him to contribute either financially or with time. Hold on, let's try this again. My husband's family has been pressuring him to contribute either financially or with time to his mother's care. I told him if he does, we are getting a divorce.
What?
Okay, hold on. wait a minute. Wait a minute.
This is a firecracker for the first one.
Give me a second.
We're getting a divorce? What? Oh my goodness. Oh. Let there be light. Oh. Well, that we'll be back in like 20 seconds. Thing that you were talking about, like 2 hours ago,
Yeah.
definitely would have came in a picture.
Right. All right. Let's try this again.
Enjoy this quick ad brought to you by us.
Yeah, really. We have our own little ad. We just, bro, hold on. We got to do that. We got to make little ads, and then we got to, like, whenever we take an intermission between segments, we'll do, like, an ad in between, and it'll be, like, our own self-sponsored ad. And right.
But, you know, with that being said, now we got to start doing a little bit of, like, music videos for some of your songs, so that could be a part of it, too.
Right, yeah, definitely.
And flyers for, like, your new songs and stuff like that for when it comes out.
Right,
Man, look
right.
at that. Look at that. Ideas just come with
Ideas. That's it. That's it. All right, here we go. My husband's family has been pressuring him to contribute either financially or with time to his mother's care. I told him if he does, we're getting a divorce. Am I the a-hole?
Hold on,
right.
hold on. So it sounds off rip. I'm sorry. I gotta go quick on this one. So I sense that the wife and the husband's mother are just dragging, and they're just going back at each other, and the dude's just trapped in the middle. He's just a lappy at this point. He just don't know where to get it. But it also sounds like he a mama's boy too.
We're about to find out. Because I mean, if she's saying like if you do it, we're getting a divorce. I wonder if he's helped out in the past, or if like they've had a conversation. He said he wouldn't do it, and she's afraid he will. We're gonna find out. All right.
Financially, it sounds like he straight up went bankrupt, lost thousands and thousands of savings,
right,
and for nothing towards the mom. I'm gonna start off with saying no. She's not the a-hole. That's not how the caption starts off. I feel the hurt in that one too.
All right. I know it sounds harsh, but we just cannot afford to do so. We have 2 children. Our youngest is nonverbal. I no longer work due to our youngest. He's already does so much he cannot afford to give up time, and our budget is extremely tight. We are in the process of downsizing, which is unfortunate, but we cannot afford to live where we are in a single income. She has no money. Their dad, before he passed, blew it all on his money She has no money. Their dad, before he passed, blew it all on his money on alternative medical treatments for his cancer. Okay, that was just weird how that was written out. It made me feel like there was something wrong, but blew it all on his money on alternative medical treatments for his cancer. Smoked multiple packs of cigarettes a day and was shocked he ended up how he did. Look, all I'm going to say just so far is, who are you to tell the dad not to smoke? He knows what he's going to end. He knows how he's going to end up. So why would he be shocked he'd end up how he did? Like, that's kind of condescending. What, that he passed away from cancer? Probably. Man, this sounds mean. This sounds real mean. She's not doing well herself, but just like most, they have an extremely negative stigma regarding nursing homes. I know they're not the best of places, but putting your family in debt is no better. His siblings are using credit, taking out loans and stuff to provide care, keep her in her apartment area. She's mild to moderate age of dementia. She knows her apartment and area well, but only manages because my brother and sister-in-law are going heavily into debt providing for care. They keep pushing my husband to do more. He helps how he can. He covers a portion of the rent and pays for the groceries time to time. Compared to what they do is not that much, but we are strapped ourselves. My husband wants to do Uber on the side after work and on the weekends, and I told him that's nuts. His family needs to understand that they have alternatives. They may not like it, but sooner than later she'll end up in a home. what they are doing is far from sustainable. I told my husband if he caves and gives up more money we cannot afford without going into debt ourselves or giving up the limited time that he has to be with his family to work Uber, I will have no choice but to file for divorce. And damn. There isn't like even any like let's just like figure out other alternatives, but like she's like making it very. I wonder if he knows. I wonder if this is just her ranting because she's pissed. This happened a month ago. I wonder if she's just ranting because we don't know the whole situation. So for just what it sounds like yeah, y'all are strapped and you stay at home. You stay at home because of your youngest. Youngest is nonverbal, so you don't have a speech therapist or someone. You don't have. I don't.
How old is the youngest?
Look, I don't know. It just says that we have 2 children. Our youngest is nonverbal, and that she no longer works.
My youngest is nonverbal, but it's a baby. It's a baby, you know.
Oh my God, that's yeah. Your youngest usually is nonverbal, right? Aside from the ooh, gaga, dada, mama, I'm pretty sure So until the baby can start speaking, you need to stay home. You can't get a work from home job. You can't get a work from home job.
Slowly changing my answer.
I just think that her wanting to divorce him over this, unless like look, he's even saying he's willing to go and do Uber and stuff like that, and like to help where he can. But oh my God.
The man's trying to be a provider.
Yeah, and like Caitlin said, I understood her frustration, but divorce is crazy. Absolutely, like I understand the frustration too. I understand the frustration, but why would you just jump straight to like I'm divorcing him, taking all the kids, taking the dog, taking the house, like
here's a different alternative, right? I just came up with a crazy funny alternative. Instead of telling your husband to do Uber, do DoorDash or do Uber Eats and bring the whole family. Make it a family function. You don't necessarily have to have people in the car. You're just dropping food off or you're dropping off people's groceries. You know, you can help them get that done quicker and, you know, you make more money. You get stuff done faster.
Why doesn't she do it? Yeah, is that what you said? Why didn't she do DoorDash?
No, like they do it together. Like instead of doing like Uber where you gotta have somebody get in your car, you could do Uber Eats where you're bringing them food or bringing them their essentials, or DoorDash where you're bringing them product instead of bringing people.
Did you know you can work from home? You can work from home from your computer. If you're at home working and you're so strapped on money, why not get a job? Like, what are you doing the whole time?
Look, if they had enough time to post this online, they could make money from home.
Oh my God!
I feel like
it escalated. It escalated.
There's a difference between a choiceful stay-at-home mom and it's an agreement. Like it's agreed upon. Like you have the option to be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, you choose that. You choose that. Just like he's choosing to want to help his mom. Yeah, do I think that maybe they all should kind of just, you know, bite the bullet and put her in a home? Because dementia's not safe, man, no matter what. Like, even if you're in your own apartment and you know you walk out that door because you think you're somewhere else suddenly, and you walk out into the street and get hit by a car or forget where you're at and end up freaking, you know, having it, if you're in Arizona, a heat casualty walking down the road. So I understand where she's coming from, that they should all probably try to put her in a home. Like, all the kids need to just understand that, especially with dementia, man. Like, my grandma died of dementia. Like, it's not, no, it's not. Nothing to joke around with at all. So, but don't divorce the man. Hey, look, he's showing his loyalty to his family by wanting to take care of his mom still. Like, what does that say about his character?
Yeah. And
I mean, am I wrong? Oh, here, let me put the poll up.
States before they go in debt, so that they're not even in debt. This man's providing enough to the point where the rest of his family's in debt, and you're not in debt. So there's really nothing to worry about.
Here, I'm putting a poll up. Am I the a-hole? All right, so I'm putting up a poll on the screen, y'all. So, am I the a-hole?
I switched back to yes. I'm switching to yes, cause and it all defers to the getting the divorce thing. Like you don't need to divorce this man, cause for that like that no.
Right, right. Okay, so if you're watching, if you've heard what we've talked about, and you think that this person's an a-hole, type 1 for yeah or type 2 for no, and it'll register on the poll here in the comments if you type that in. But so we have looked into me going back to work, but with that level of care our child needs, it is not exactly a viable option. Okay, so I'm just wondering. So your child is nonverbal. What else? And the only reason I say what else is because what else is there? Because can your child not go to school? Or can your child not have like a specific doctor that maybe... I just feel like the divorce thing is really, really out of control. Like that's just kind of like way too much. That's too much like... More of the frustration towards the family. But not...
Yeah.
What
it won't let me.
Oh, you can just say it. Yeah, you can just say it.
Yes.
So far, it's all yeses. All right, let's read some of these comments here. Call a social worker for your mill and your son. For your mill.
Well, then you try to say milk.
Call a social worker for your mill? Who knows what that is?
Add an F at the end. Add an F at the end. Milk.
Call a social worker for your mill. Like what, your $1 million? You're going to get $1 million from your social worker? Call your social worker for your mill. Figure out what programs might be available for respite care or care homes. I was going to say homeless care. Oh, mother-in-law. Okay, all right. Mother-in-law. So call a social worker for your mother-in-law and your son. Figure out what's going on. Programs might be available for respite care or care homes. It's fine for people to not want to go into a home, but it's not terribly realistic to expect your kids to provide around-the-clock care if you need it, particularly with dementia patients. It's fine for people to not want to go into a home, but it's not terribly realistic to expect your kids to provide around-the-clock care if you need it.
What?
Okay, I took that the wrong way. At first, I thought it was the comment basically saying that you shouldn't have to like literally give your child around the clock care unless they're on like a feeding tube or a trachea or anything like that, or if they need like. I thought, but no, talk about the mom. They're talking about the mother-in-law. Okay, let's see what else. There's a scary amount of elderly that end up in a hospital due to unintentional neglect because their family insisted on being their caretakers instead of getting them proper care. Most people don't understand how much work it actually takes. Unless you live in California, then you and your buddy can just go sign up and be a hospice care runner, and you can just be, you can just take money from the federal government on fake hospice. Don't do it. You get in trouble.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah, they're cracking down on fraud everywhere. They're cracking down on fraud everywhere right now. All right, the comments aren't as interesting as I thought they'd be. I think for sure that she is being an a-hole. I understand that she has her frustrations, and I respect that. But I think that you try to take him to divorce court over this. Like, I just don't think you love him enough. Then, like, if you love someone with all your heart, that means through thick and thin. If you got married, that means through thick and thin. Well, you're in a thick patch right now, my friend, and it doesn't necessarily seem like you're willing to walk through it.
That's not even a thick patch with that.
Bro,
that's a thick patch with this.
There's a blizzard. There's a blizzard outside. Oh, I'm getting a divorce.
Like what?
Any storm, right? Any storm. No. All right. We're on to the next one now. So I guess it doesn't register in here unless you're typing in from YouTube. That's weird. If you type 1, yeah, we see 3 ones. Everyone says 1, but it didn't register on the poll. We'll keep it up. All right. Am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend that my money isn't our money? Here we go.
No.
Hold on. I got it. Hold on. I have to make the gong sound.
Okay. No.
All right. Let's see what Chad has to say. I've been dating my girlfriend for over 2 years. I earn $95,000 working in corporate finance, and she's a financial law student working part-time, earning around $40,000, I think. First of all,
I
hold on.
think.
Let's just stop
I mean,
there.
he don't care about
Hold
how
on.
much you make.
Hold on. He's like, I'm. Oh my god. This dude sounds so arrogant. Like, why are you telling us how much you make? I don't. You can just say that I'm well off.
He's bougie.
I mean, hold on. Let me read this in like the most Chad voice I can. I've been dating my girlfriend for over 2 years. I earn like $95,000 working at a corporate finance, and she's a financial year law student working part time and earning around 40,000. You know, chump change basically. Like, bro, that's how you sound, dude. That's literally how you freaking sound. I'm not a baller, obviously. Hold on.
Oh. Oh. No.
Oh my god, dude, I hate this guy. I already think you're the asshole. I'll just say it right now. I'll already say it. I think you're the asshole for sure. I'm not a baller, obviously, but I live with my parents.
When you read it out like this, yeah, he sounds like an asshole. But, you know, when you just
Bro,
to, like,
no,
title,
no. Dude, I didn't think it could get worse, but it does. I'm not a baller, obviously, but I live with my parents and have minimal expenses, living frugally. So wait, you're making $95,000 a year, and you live with your parents?
You're a dick. You're not an asshole. You're a dick.
Bro, you live with your parents with minimal expenses. You earn $95,000 a year, so $95,000 a year. What's that roughly like?
What? You're only paying like maybe $1,000 a month.
You're making like 7.5 grand, like 7.5 a month is what you're making, and you live with your parents with minimal finances. I'm assuming. I'm not good at math, but I'm assuming that like a monthly for 95,000. Who's our math people out there? 95,000 a year,
that's about
75,
7.5 grand.
7.5 grand a month, and you have minimal finances or minimal expenses. Living frugally, so I save a big chunk of my income. Okay, cool, nice, cool story, bro. Tell us more about how you are like. Give us more of your TED talk about how well you're doing. And how you're gonna just go and throw your girlfriend under the bus, saying she's a law student making 40,000, I think. So you're.
He's learning how to suit his
Like. Oh, this dude, I hate him so much already, man. I don't know. Like, I don't even know if I should. We're gonna read the rest of it, but this dude. Oh, I hate him already. She, on the other hand. He's already starting it off. The way that he's already starting it off. I thought that was so funny that he lives at home making that much. Yeah, no kidding me. No kidding. And you live with your parents, and I bet you like they ask him to help with groceries and stuff. He's like, no, I'm almost saving them to buy a house. He's like, you said that 10 years ago, and you're still here, bud. Like, what are we doing? She, on the other side, is really bad with money. She doesn't piss it away on drugs or gambling and stuff, but she buys expensive gifts for her friends or me. She'll treat people, food a lot, drinks, Ubers. Cool, bro. Pretty sure she could do what she wants with her money, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your deal, dude? All right, so that's all nice.
He gets favored out of that too. She gets him good.
Dude, this dude is
Sounds
an
like
ass.
a prick.
That's all nice things to do, obviously, within reason. You have to think about yourself and your own finances, too. She's a very giving and selfless person and has that, it's just money, I'll make it more. It's all about the memories attitude, but you need money. Hold on. But you need money. So you obviously don't appreciate her outlook on life because, look, I'm kind of the same way. Money is just money. Like, people lose friendships, family.
It comes and goes.
Money comes and goes, man. Like, all it is a piece of paper, and for the most part nowadays, it's not even that. It's just a number on your app that says your bank on it. Like, and it pays your bills, and yeah, you can buy stuff, but at the end of the day, like, some people really put money up like it's some sort of holy sacrament, like some sort of sacred, like they are powerful with it. And I mean, it's very obvious people get that way with money, but this dude's like, but you need money. Well, yeah, no kidding, but apparently she makes money too. And you make money as well. Like I said, this dude is still eating on his parents' grocery tab at his parents' house. Like, he doesn't know much about life, you can tell. Why do you still live with your parents, bro? As long as bills are paid, absolutely. As long as bills are paid, we like to spend. We love to spend because it is about memories. And I agree with his girlfriend's outlook. It is this money. I'll make more. It's all about memories. But you need money, he said. You have to be smart and responsible with it, which I've told her, but it seems to think I'm just being cheap and not living in the moment. Well, Chad, it kind of sounds like you don't live in the moment. It sounds like you're just saving all your money so when you die, you can take it with you. She says, like, am I right or wrong? Like, is that not what he sounds like? Like, he sounds like he's the type that he's gonna be the type that he's gonna like have a lot of money because he'll never spend it. And then when it comes to like his will, he'll write out like, my son can have the truck and my daughter can have the house, but what's in my bank account, I want you to withdraw in all fresh bills, and I want you to put that in a bag, and I want you to put it in the grave with me, and that's where it's gonna stay.
I give it about 6 months before somebody just unburies him and just takes it.
Yeah, because you know what? Like, you want to be buried with your money? Who's to say your kids aren't going to come out later that night after the service and dig up your casket and pull the money out?
My money is on the servers that's there as a worker, not even anybody from the family.
No kidding. Yeah, the person that overheard it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She says dumb thing.
They're going to that sucker's grave right at that moment when they hear
Right.
God, this dude was sad.
So I've told her it seems I'm just being cheap and not living in the moment. She says dumb things like, what good is your stock portfolio savings if you die tomorrow? My point exactly. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Cool. Your credit score, nice. Your bank account, cool. But did you live? Did you do anything? Or did you just stay in mom and dad's basement until they passed away and then you inherited the house, which you won't give to your children either? Okay. So that's she was complaining yesterday about how she barely has any savings, and I was like, oh, no shit. Of course you don't have any savings. How would you? You literally spend every dollar you get. How would anyone save doing that? Then she said, it's not the end of the world if I run out because you got some, right? Well, no, and this is where I will say, well, don't lean that direction. Obviously, he's not going to. No, he's going to take that money to the grave with him. I don't want to use your money, but if I don't have any, you've got enough for both of us, don't you? I said, whoa, okay, I don't have money for us. I have money for me. Granted, I'll spend my money on you like I'll pick up every 2 or 3 dinners for everyone that you get. I'll buy us more snacks and pay for more dates because I earn more. I'll pay more proportionally, but this isn't our money. It's my money, and you can't expect to basically use my money because you can't handle your own. I'll agree with him to an extent on that. Like, just it's a minuscule agreement. Like, I can agree to that.
Very minimal.
Yeah, and I agree. She is entitled, though. Yeah, so she does seem entitled if she's asking questions like that. Which, and at the end of the day, he could literally she could have just probably been having a money problem, and he's like fabricating the story and making it seem extra just to try to make him seem like he really is not as calm. This is what manipulators do. Now, she very well could have said that, but I feel like that in this situation, I feel like he's elaborating a little bit. He seems the type to tell more in the story than actually happened. You know what I mean? So
what if he just asking for a little bit of money? And he just elaborated all this stuff.
I think she needs to stop spending her money if she's going to end up asking. Like, the last thing you should be doing is asking this asshole for money. Like, honestly, you know how he is. I told her financial incompatibility is our biggest reason for divorce, and currently we are financially incompatible, and this needs to be fixed, or we won't. Or we want to have if we want. Bro, way to sound like a computer. Financial incompatibility is the biggest reason for divorce. So he's like, statistically speaking, financial incompatibility is the biggest reason for divorce. Actually, currently, we are financially incompatible.
That's the male version of a Karen. Is that
This dude can't be real. We are he's flexing in his own post. He's trying to be all like, look how intelligent I am. Like, statistically speaking, divorces currently are at a higher risk for financial incompatibility. And we are financially incompatible. We are financially incompatible. So,
Harmony.com.
This dude just thinks he knows everything. I don't like that about his energy. I think he's an idiot. I'm very good with money, but I'm not cheap. I spend it and have fun, but do it in a smart way that doesn't leave me broke. Well, that's smart. Yeah, good. Absolutely. You need to start being smart with your money and stop seeing my money as yours. Absolutely. She shouldn't see that money as yours. She got really mad and started calling me a selfish asshole. Well, you are a selfish asshole. That is true, too. You are a selfish asshole, so she can call you that because you are that. all this nonsense, but I'm just speaking facts here. Oh, are you just speaking facts? You guys aren't coming to terms? It's one-upping each other? Is this what this has to be? If she views my money as hers, that is basically going to enable her to continue pissing her money away and rely on me as a personal ATM, then just say no. But don't sit here and try to act like you're some freaking, like some theological genius who just like knows statistics and like everything has to be on data and portfolio and stock and credit and yeah, okay. Edit. She also is living at home with her parents, pays no bills or living expenses. I'm 26 years old, 2 years out until she's 24. Cool, dude. That's cool. I can't wait to see if the comments eat them alive. This is going to be fun. Not the asshole is what Caspian says. You're exactly right that right now you aren't too financially compatible, especially if she already thinks she can use your money however she wants. I think more discussions about this are in order. If she's willing to help organize her finances better so she can start saving, she has the potential to earn big with her degree. But if she doesn't fix her spending habits, she'll be broke. God, I love how the one person who spends all their money and demands money from another person. Oh yeah, everyone. This is like a bunch of dudes all who probably make a lot of money too, and probably hold a bunch of Chads and what is it, Kevins and
Not Kevin.
what's another Theo?
Hold on.
Theo.
We gotta keep it cinematic.
Brad. Absolutely,
No,
Brad.
The
Brad's not even 6 foot tall, dude. Brad's not even 6 foot tall. He's 5'5" at best. Every Brad I've ever known has been short.
No. I don't know a lot of Brads. I know this one Brad that when I was living in Colorado, bro, Holmes was cool as hell. The coolest Brad I've ever known. And when I say that, like, he was like the motivation he had for when he wanted to start losing weight, man. He lost a lot of weight.
Well, Colorado's a great area to lose weight too, though. You're a higher elevation.
Oh yeah.
You fight harder for your air,
he did
for more
a lot
calories.
of bad reviews. Like he did this whole thing where his Instagram and all that is Dab Ninja. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong or what, but he had a lot of reviews and he did some like smoking with friends. I'm in a few of those videos.
Yeah, nice.
And like he would just tell me about all these different like strands and stuff, all these different dispensaries and places would send him to test out and give reviews. It was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was taking care of Dom and he was home with the kids, I'm bringing Dom over and we just chill, smoke, watch DBZ with the kids and shit. They were cool as fuck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yo, so let me know. I want to know what y'all think though. Like, do you think that this guy's the asshole or not? I mean, obviously, I think that he's an asshole no matter what. But I do think that she needs to be more financially responsible, and she needs to, you know, if she's going to run out of money, then that's an inward look, not a "oh, you got me" though, right? That is that entitlement. But I think that
but if her bills and stuff like that is taken care of, she's fine. If her priorities are set,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, look. Yeah, I mean, look. Money it comes and goes, and yeah, you should definitely, you know, set some aside, make sure you're taken care of, make sure your bills are taken care of, family taken care of, roof over the head, food in the fridge, gas in the car, running car. You know, and make sure that you're good to go on all those ends. Other than that, like, spend your money, like, enjoy your life. But like this dude, like, this lady looks like she throws money around like tomorrow is the end of the world, and this guy's like literally pinching every penny. He's the guy that picks up change off of the ground in parking lots and stuff. You know what I mean? And like analyzes it and puts it in his pocket and keeps walking with his hands in his pockets. You know, one of those types of guys. He just collects pennies. He has like he probably has like
penny and I'm gonna keep it safe in my pocket.
He has a bunch of 5-gallon water jugs that are empty but just filled with all the change from like each year that he's collected them, and like so he's just like literally just he's a hoarder. He hoards money.
Hold on.
But yeah,
wrong with doing that.
What do y'all think though?
Look, a 5-gallon jug full of pennies will give you about like $1,700.
Yeah. No, we had a I think it was only a gallon, maybe a gallon and a half change, and that was like $400.
Oh wow.
Yeah. All right, so Anyone in the comments want to say? What do you guys think? A-hole or no a-hole? We're going to go to the next story. All right. Oh, this one. This one should be good. I got sort of the synopsis of this one. Am I the a-hole for moving out of my parents' house where I was paying rent and without any notice when I was told to give up my room again?
What?
Told up to give up my room again. I, 18 male, have 3 younger brothers, 16, 13, and 12. Our parents were always a little harder on me than them, obviously, and I know that could be normal sometimes, it is. But sometimes that always drove me crazy, and when they were hosting people for my dad's family, I would be the only one asked to give up my room to keep them. So you're, okay. So you're 18, living at home. Anytime your dad's side of the family comes to town, you got to give up your room. Okay, so there's a lot of times I had to sleep on the couch for them. Sometimes I didn't even get much notice. My brothers never had to give up any of their rooms. In fact, there were more than usual. In fact, if there were more than usual, my parents would add blow-up beds to my room, and the guests would get a mattress or two depending on the situation. So your whole room was just nothing but it was just like a hotel, a Motel 6 for the family members. They can't sleep on the couch.
That's funny.
It always bothered me, and I spoke to my parents about it several times. I thought we had breakthrough last year when they told me they would not wanted me to feel that way and that they would do better. After I turned 18 and started working full-time, I started paying rent. One of the agreements came, and there was no more making me give up my room. I told them since I was paying for that room now, the least they could do is respect that. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
This was never formally implemented, and it was all just very between family. But what happened? A bunch of family visited a month ago. My parents told me to give up my room for them to have space. When I tried to stand my ground and also talk to them about how they told me it was their decision, it was their house. Then give me my money. Then. You know what I mean? Prorate me for that room. If that's the way you want to be, if you want to do that, then prorate me for that room.
Right. I need a refund or credit for the next month.
Yeah. Instead of just accepting it, I called my grandparents on mom's side and asked if they had a room for me, and they were okay with me moving in. They said yes immediately, and they came over to pack me up and move me in. Oh, your grandparents came over? Your grandparents just got in the car like that?
Yo, they were waiting for that phone call.
They were like, we were wondering how long it was. Yeah.
They were by the phone for that. They were waiting so damn fast, they didn't even let them fucking ring.
My parents thought it was a joke until they saw all of my stuff being brought out to my grandparents' car. My parents told me I couldn't just leave. No? My parents told me I couldn't just leave. You know, it's not that you're 18 or pay rent, but you can't just leave. What are you doing? Yeah, probably because they need that rent money, huh?
Right.
They balanced all their finances around that. My parents thought it was a joke, yeah. Told me I couldn't leave, and I was paying rent, so I needed to give them a real notice. Oh, so no, okay, yeah. So now you want to go that route. So me and my fiance, we stayed in a place. Before we got this place, we had stayed in a place that had advertised as a guest house. So we're like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, casita. And so we get there, and it was actually just a closed off back room, and so we stayed in like that, and we had our own private entrance and everything. But we decided to leave because it was just ridiculous, and like we paid our rent, we did all that, but there was no control of the air conditioning, and in Phoenix, Arizona, you need air conditioning. And so what we did was we decided we were going to leave. Well, when we told her we were going to leave, she wrote up an eviction notice to put on the door. We're like, well, first of all, you're not legally supposed to even be living here in the first place. Like we were like, are you really going to go there? But anyway, yeah, it's funny that you give me a real notice. Yeah, we had a fake notice as well. I told them if I was kicked out of the space I was renting, then I was just going to leave. Ever since my parents have been telling me to move back in, they said there's a childish move out in such an over-dramatic way. Sounds like fun. They told me I left my family members who were visiting feeling awkward and like they were intruding. Well, they were. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, we never did sign. That's the funny thing is we never actually signed. So we never signed a lease. So for her to give us an eviction notice, yeah, there was no lease agreement where we were living. That was all just under the table. You know what I mean? Off the books.
Yeah.
But it didn't last more than like 3 months, and then we moved this place right here. It's nice. Good on him. Those parents sounded manipulative. Absolutely. Yeah. And she wrote her eviction notice without a notary. Yeah, that's funny. All right, not the a-hole. They can't have it both ways. Either it's their house, their decision, in which case you feel free to decide if you don't want to live there anymore. If you're paying rent for that room and they respect that space. Expecting you to pay rent and then still kick you out of your own room whenever guests arrive is ridiculous. Absolutely. Moving out isn't childish. It's the natural consequences of them ignoring one boundary you had asked. That was the one boundary you asked. Absolutely. That is it for me. If they pay rent and are required to give notice before vacating, then they are a tenant roomer and afford all the rights that come with being a tenant roomer, such as exclusive access to a room and ability to lock the door with a deadbolt. You don't get to cherry pick only the parts that are rules that benefit you and ignore the ones that don't. Also, if you are relying on your children's financial support to afford the cost of living, which is what I thought, right? That's what I said. I was like, I'm pretty sure that the reason they're upset about it is because they balanced their finances around this rent that they were getting. Someone said, yeah, they can rent it out to a stranger if that's what they need. Oh, that's gold. Yeah. All right, y'all, what do you all think? I'm pretty sure we're all on the same page with this one. Not the a-hole, right? Not the a-hole.
No, not the a-hole.
All right, let's see. I think we got one more. Am I the a-hole for letting my female coworker take care of me when my girlfriend was at a yoga retreat? The fuck?
What? What does it say again?
Am I the a-hole for letting my female coworker take care of me when my girlfriend was at a yoga retreat? What the hell is wrong with you, dude?
Okay, I'm saying this now because I have a quick second. No, but it could change.
Dude, English is not my first language and there might be spelling errors. So far, you're off to a great start, bud. I, 27 male, have been in a 4-year relationship with my amazing girlfriend, 29 female. It sounds like you're sucking up already through this. Hold on. It sounds like hold on. Yeah. Bro, it sounds like, in case you happen to come across this Reddit post, you'll see that I did say with my amazing girlfriend.
Yeah, you're just an ass already, bro.
Bro, is already. Like, this is the first sentence. This is the first sentence on this post. Bro, really? Wow. Wow. Looks like my boy Prentice already said yes to this one. Yes, you're already the a-hole. Yep, exactly. She is the best. Hold on. Let's keep going. This is hilarious because it's like he's kissing ass. He's like, I've been in a 4-year relationship with my amazing girlfriend. She is the best. Best thing that ever happened to me. I'm so very happy with our relationship.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Dude, he's like, I'm pretty sure that he probably knows she's gonna find this on Reddit.
Right, I was just about to say that.
Because what, like,
he's gonna read this.
He's like, oh my god, dude, this is hilarious. I'm glad we saved this one for the last one. This is hilarious already. She is. Hold on. Let's start this over. So, this is your first thoughts of this guy when he says this is total douchebag, right? Like, am I the a-hole for letting my female coworker take care of me? My girlfriend's at a yoga retreat. And you're like, oh yeah, you're definitely, bro. So then the first thing he says is, man, I've been in a 4-year relationship with the most amazing girlfriend. She's the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'm very happy for our relationship. An Instagram content creator frequently gets free stays at hotels and resorts in exchange for promotion. This time she's invited to a 2-week yoga retreat in Bali. Had it not been for work, I would have loved to join her, even though I missed a lot of time. The time difference and her strict schedule meant that she was not able to call me all that much. Is that right? Sure about that? Even though I missed her a lot, the time difference is strict. The time difference and her strict schedule means she was not able to call me at all much. So you're at a retreat, you're at a yoga retreat, and you're not going to have any time to talk. Sounds like both of you. These people are toxic. Yeah, it sounds like something shady's going on both sides, honestly. Bro, your connection's coming in really choppy. Yeah, I can't even hear you. Try talking. There you are. Yeah, now you're not chopping anymore. I didn't hear anything you said. Okay. That's crazy. Like, so does that not seem like both of them are up to some no good? Like, she says
like she was getting taken down by a yoga instructor, and he was getting patted down by Nurse Betty.
even though I missed a lot, the time difference and her strict schedule meant she was not able to call me all that much. You couldn't find any time. Y'all couldn't find any time. Like, if you're in a loving relationship, you can't find, like, one part of the day that you can get on the phone with each other where it's, like, convenient for both of your time schedules. Where is Bali?
Still be able to find the time to call their loved ones and still communicate on a frequent note.
Bali located. Okay, so it's. Oh, you're kidding me! So it's only in Indonesia. How far back is that from? So that's not completely all the way around the world. It's like.
That's like a 12-hour difference.
You guys should have been able to have found time. So. Okay, so it's starting to seem a little sneaky on both sides. She was there for work, but still, even if you're there for work, I mean, if you're not working 24 hours a day, so you have to be able to find some time where you guys would be like, you know what, let's make a call. So regardless, here we go. I have been living away from my,
What job pays me to go to Indonesia for a yoga retreat?
Well, yeah, Instagram content creator and gets frequent free stays at hotels in exchange for promotion. 2-week yoga retreat, so it's for work. A yoga retreat is for work. I have been living away from my family due to work, and my social circle is very limited besides my girlfriend. I go out with my coworkers for lunch or dinner occasionally. Oh, okay. But I do not consider any of them to be my close friends, though I am sincere and cordial with them. When she was gone, I got into a car accident and was hospitalized. Since my girlfriend's retreat was ending soon, she decided to come as the retreat ended. Since my girlfriend's retreat was ending soon, she decided to come as the retreat ended. She decided to come as the retreat ended. Oh, so she's going to finish out the retreat? Okay. So you got in a car accident and hospitalized, and your girlfriend was like, I got to finish this retreat.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. She was loving that yoga.
Oh, no.
She was living her best life and getting paid for it.
So
she had a contract she had to fulfill.
You got into a car accident and you were hospitalized, so you're in the hospital, and your girlfriend's retreat was ending soon, and she decided to come as the retreat ended. So she decided to stay until the end of the retreat. Not, oh no, you've been in an accident? I know I'm just an Instagram content creator, and I can definitely not afford to miss any time away from that freaking camera lens. So you were in a car accident? Don't worry, I'll be there as soon as this event is over. I have to be here. This is life or death, even though where you're at is also life or death. Do y'all see? Tell me in the comments. Do y'all see where I'm coming from here? Like, I mean, I'm not excusing him. I don't know. I haven't read that far yet, so we don't know just quite yet. But this part alone was like, so she's gonna finish her retreat. Look, I don't care where I'm at in the world. My lady ends up in the hospital. I don't care what I'm doing, where I'm at. I'm sprinting to the truck and I'm on the way. Okay, like that's just how it is. Like that's how you gotta be. But while I was sad about this, I understood her.
What?
I understand, honey. You gotta keep making content.
Well, no, you gotta finish out your scene. That's what it sounds like.
My God, dude, this is bad.
Oh my God.
This is bad, honey. I'm assuming you read this thing all the way through. Yeah.
It sounds like enabling it.
He's a foreigner. He's like, his English is not my first. I'm not excusing him, but he's a foreigner. So, is he dumb? During my hospitalization, my coworkers visited me, but one female worker kept coming back regularly after the office staying hours. These were not quick check-ins. Since I had nobody else with me in the hospital, I genuinely grateful to have someone there. She brought me a homemade food. We played games and conversed. I urged her multiple times to go home, but she never listened. I talked about my girlfriend constantly during those conversations. So you were in the hospital during this time. So this isn't you at your house having her keep you company. This is you in the hospital. My girlfriend called me every day during the hospitalization.
And he didn't ask her. She just would show up.
Yeah. So my girlfriend called me every day during my hospitalization, so she knew my coworker was taking care of me. Whenever she called, my coworker was usually with me. At one point, I was asleep when my girlfriend called. My coworker picked up and told her to call back because I was just sleeping. After that, I noticed my girlfriend seemed a little off in our calls. I thought she was just worried about me. Whenever she finally got back, she spent the last 2 days with me before I discharged. I felt so loved. Our conversations were simply wonderful, but I still sensed something was wrong. On the way home, she confronted me. She said, what happened with my coworker amounted to emotional cheating, and that's and that she wondered if something had been going on because my coworker was taking care of me like a girlfriend would. I told her I had urged my coworker to go home multiple times, and that I had talked about my girlfriend constantly during those visits, and that she was being unfair. I also told my girlfriend that she called her pretty, but she told me that she wasn't the compliment I thought that. Wait, what? So I also told my girlfriend that she called her pretty. Oh, your coworker called your girlfriend pretty, but she told me that wasn't the compliment I thought it was. And then in the middle of the fight, I told her my coworker wouldn't have had to do any of this if she had been there. I regretted it the second it left my mouth. I love her so much, and I hate the feeling that we are fighting. I hate that we are fighting. Things have really deteriorated since. I feel like we are on the verge of breaking up. On top of that, my coworker has been texting me. I knew it feels wrong to ignore someone who was there for me when no one else was, so I have been responding. My girlfriend hates that even more. So, am I the a-hole? Let's see. They're both assholes. Yeah, absolutely. I think that their coworker did overstep. She didn't need to be there while he was sleeping. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. They have nurses for that. You know what I mean? If you're coming by to check in, like, hey, I'm going to bring you some food. Hope all is well. All right, have a good one. Bye.
And you answered the man's phone. First of all, exactly what you just said. Why are you there while the man's sleeping? Bye, bitch. You're not family. Be gone. Why are you answering this man's phone to his partner?
Regardless, I think that you should have known that there was like an emotional boundary, and you know what I mean. And
like that's definitely overstepped. And
I'm sure that the coworker, I'm sure the coworker's like, oh no, your girlfriend's not going to be home till Friday. She's not flying back right now. You deserve to have someone like probably just talking all that into his ear and shit. You know what I mean? Who knows? Yeah. It's just a messed up situation. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily think that he was trying to do anything mischievous. I think that she should have knew her boundaries better. But I think that my biggest critique is that you find out your significant other's in the hospital. You need to stop what you're doing and go. Look, there's like life and death is more fragile than anything in life. Your little Instagram, TikTok content can wait if your boyfriend that you love is in the hospital. So, and I don't know.
You can pick up that shit next week with some other new stuff or new content or whatever. Like,
look, artists postpone shows on tour and stuff like that whenever they have family emergencies. Like if you are your own boss. Then, if you love this man, then you should have gotten a flight. You should be like, I'm on the way.
Who just say he didn't pass away?
He could have.
I gotta stay here and do this. You know, in the next couple hours, like detrimental happened, and he passes away.
Right.
Now you fucked because you decided you wanted to stay and go to work.
I'm pretty sure he was trying to set that boundary, but he should have enforced it. He probably just told her, like, look, you need to go, like, leave. Like, this is, like, yeah, absolutely. So he should have enforced the boundary more. He brought it up that you should probably go, but he should have probably made it more, like, apt. Like, you're kind of overstepping. You need to respect this, please. You know what I mean? So it's on him to set the boundary, not the coworker. I do agree the girlfriend should have went home immediately. Yeah, the whole thing's just a mess. Let's see what the comments say. Let's see. Are you sure your coworker only told your girlfriend you were sleeping? I think she may have added extras to it. Oh fuck!
Because the way the girlfriend presented all the emotional cheating, like there was definitely either more talked about between the coworkers or the coworker said some more in this chick's ear than was given on.
And why was she just sitting there when he was sleeping? That's ridiculous to me. She just kind of watched him sleep, in a very normal, non-creepy way. Hold on a sec. Oh, your phone's ringing. I'm going to answer that.
Right.
No way. No way. This is hard. This is a hard one. You didn't lie or keep it from her, but it dies cross a boundary. It does cross a boundary. It does. At least you're human and not AI, right? It dies cross a boundary. Okay, so let me go back. You say English isn't your first language? I think English isn't their second language or third language or fourth language.
Yeah, for someone English is not my
Everyone does suck, absolutely.
Wrote that out pretty well.
Yeah. However, your coworker answering her phone call and telling her to call back later was inappropriate. I honestly don't know if you are the a-hole, but your girlfriend is absolutely not wrong to be upset, and I would seriously question the motives of a female coworker that devoted that much time to your care. And then it just they're both toxic for each other because I agree with that, and I also agree with the fact that she should have been there for him when he was in the hospital, and she should have came straight home, and that way he wouldn't. I mean, nonetheless, I'm not trying to make excuses for him because you there's a lot of different ways you could have went about that, and you kind of just you entertained it. I don't know if whatever country you're from, if that's where it's normal, but in America, that's not normal.
Yeah,
The coworkers.
It sounds like it's just a circle for assholeness.
Yeah, it's all around. It's just all toxicity, and then just the fact that the coworker's still texting him and he's texting her back.
Yeah, and he's replying like you're enabling. Now you're the real asshole because you have the power to stop it all.
Yeah, that's literally what it comes down to. Everybody is the a-hole. Everyone type 1-1, and that is not Roman numeral 11, not Roman numeral 2, but 11 for both of them being a-holes. Actually, you know what? Just put threes. Put threes in the chat. Put threes in the chat. That means everybody's the a-hole. All of them across the board. All of them across the board.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
Everybody can get it. All right, so we're doing something a little different here now too. And what we're going to do is we're going to be watching a drunk mom that tries to bite a cop after crashing into a school bus. This is something new we're adding as well. This is the body cam. We're going to be finding funny body cam videos to watch too. This will be the last thing we do before we close our segment out for the first episode of Let's Talk About It. So this should be entertaining, right? So we're going to play through, and like normal, we'll probably just stop in between and then just give our critiques and what have you. So let me know if you guys can hear it in the chat, okay? Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear it on your side. So just let me know if you can or cannot. And hopefully you can. All right.
I need to raise it up.
Can you hear it?
I can't hear it.
Can y'all hear it?
Oh shit! That car is fucked up.
You guys can't hear it? Let me know. Prentice says no. Can't hear it.
No.
I wonder why not. Give me a second.
Is she giving the cop a dirty birdie?
No, that's the other passenger, which is stupid. They're blurring her face out because they did blur her face out in the other one too.
So when I was trying to look up how to do this screen share, it said something about enabling audio. Go back to your iOS settings.
Okay.
Like we did earlier, and see if there's an option for audio.
Security, privacy.
Miss Mac with the tech support.
Yep, tech support's here. Screen recordings.
I'm the one who got all this shit set up for him.
Yeah. Microphone.
I'll give you
No.
a compliment.
Yeah.
Take
Maybe.
it easy.
Let me see.
Input monitoring? No.
No. Can he?
Yeah, my coworker
Yeah,
Josh
absolutely,
always
yeah.
telling me that.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. I'm trying to figure this audio situation out. Oh, to fix audio.
Is it called in StreamYard?
StreamYard, yeah. StreamYard audio from screen share. How to get audio for screen share.
I saw it on there too earlier, and I totally skipped over that part.
I should have figured this
muting
one.
your mic first.
No, that won't make a difference.
It's on Firefox, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So then the browser screen sharing prompt.
So.
Audio. Let me see. Okay, click present, share screen in the Firefox prompts. I'm going to mute myself, guys.
You gotta love the technical stuff. But this all stems back from saving the electricity. Oh, yo. Somebody's in trouble. Oh, well. Oh, so, wow. Big bro's figuring all that out. I'm going to ask everybody a question. Well, I gotta think of the question first. Hold on. You ever have one of those moments where you think it's about something and then it literally in one ear, out the other without process? Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Don't blame the Mary Jane. Oh, I need a beer. Back.
All right. So we're having technical difficulties. That's okay. We're going to get this figured out so that way next time we do this, we'll be able to have audio as well. So we're going to get this stuff figured out. We really appreciate you guys pulling up on us tonight. But let's talk about it. Can't wait for next time. Next Friday, same time, same place. You already know what it is. If you're an artist and you have music and you want us to review it, make sure you go to your email and type in Max Music Review, MACKKS, music review at gmail.com, and submit your MP3 files, clean preferably, and if not, then radio edited, definitely, and we'll be reviewing your music next week. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch y'all next time. David, you got any closing things you gotta say?
Man, look, this thing about life is not easy. But what makes it solidified is understanding where you stay in life.
Yep.
Solidify your place. Feel like you're here to stay.
Absolutely.
And it's not just a hashtag or a saying. Live by it.
Yep.
But also understand what it means to you. Understand your relation to that phrase and the meaning of here to stay and what your life obtains through life. Everyone wants to feel like a purpose, but nobody wants to feel out of purpose. So make your purpose, create your purpose, and stay there. Make
Exactly.
yourself unreplaceable.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, every day you smile is a day, left without misery.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. So catch us next time. We're looking forward to it. We'll see you guys. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Till next time, we're here to stay.
Bye.